Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school football. Week 2 is upon us as the 1A state champs, the St. Mary's Bears, taking on the Rock Creek Mustangs this evening. Wouldn't be a football broadcast without my wonderful co-host this evening, Joe McCormick. How we doing?
Doing good tonight. Ready to watch another Rock Creek football game against the 1A defending state champion St. Mary's Bears. But before we get around to that game, we got a bit of a pregame show we're going to do for you. We're going to recap some scores around the league as well as get you updated on some of the Rock Creek happenings. So recap of week 1, Rock Creek gets Southeast Saline. As you can see, they ended up losing that game in a tough matchup. Good defense. As you can see, total yards for Southeast Saline, 393 yards versus 228 for Rock Creek. Passing yards, 213. A lot more passing yards than what it seemed like for Southeast Saline with 189. It seemed like they controlled the ball on the ground a lot more. You can see their rushing yards dominated, 204 rushing yards to Rock Creek's 15. They did pick up 3 rushing touchdowns, but the big key thing of the night was 4 turnovers versus the 2 turnovers of Southeast Saline.
Number 4, Gavin Rosa, passer rating 62.24, 9 for 16 and 123 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Gavin Rosa coming off the bench in here to play quarterback. You know, I talked before the game started. He really challenged Mac Lee in the summer camps, slinging the ball around. Mac Lee got off to a little bit of a slow start, but Gavin Rosa came in here, and as you can see, good catches downfield there. His favorite target was number 13, Dagan Vendeska.
Here's the highlight play to Vendeska himself. Over the middle. I'll take that. Thank you very much. That goes for 6.
Yeah, I think it was the yards after the catch. It was a big thing, and we'll talk about Dagan Vendeska here in just a minute. But player number 2, Mac Lee, number 8, passer rating 66.67, was 11 for 20 for 90 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Like I said, Matt got off to a little bit of a slow start, but offense was a struggle all night for Rock Creek. So with no rushing yards, basically your quarterbacks had to get the job done, and they ran a 2-quarterback set. As you can see here, Mac Lee was finding receivers later on. Dagan Vendeska again. And then using his feet whenever he needed to on a straight quarterback run. And that was probably one of the better passes, comebacker to Craneville, that really nobody could catch that but BK.
And highlight player last week, Dagan Vendeska, number 13, 6 receptions, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. That touchdown we saw earlier going for 37 yards. And looking back on these highlight plays for him, just everywhere, defense and offense.
Yeah, so we're showing mostly offensive plays, but actually Dagan Vendeska led the team in tackles as well. So, you know, he's been on a watch list for D-backs in Kansas for this year, and, you know, he's going to do it on both sides of the field. And there again, we see that touchdown pass where he just went up on a jump ball and got it. And that's one thing that Rock Creek probably has this year better than last year is the size of their receivers. Go up and get those. So
look forward to the Week 2 matchup this evening. The home team, Rock Creek Mustangs, taking on the St. Mary's Bears.
Yeah, both teams starting out 0-1 right now. St. Mary's lost last week to Rossville in a tough game. That final, I believe on that game was it was like 30-22, something like that. Just had that score up in front of us. But, you know, St. Mary's only loss last year was to Rock Creek. They went on to win the 1A state title in a tough state title game, but getting off to an 0-1 start after a loss to Rossville. So neither one of these teams wants to get out to an 0-2 start. So even though it doesn't have any ramifications for playoff time or the district play, it does have something to do with league as well as pride. So going to be a big game tonight. St. Mary's having a tough time of replacing Keller Hurla, who basically set about half of the records last year for St. Mary's. Last year he had 25 rushing touchdowns, 27 passing touchdowns, 52 total touchdowns, 2,656 total passing yards, and 3,928 total yards altogether. So he had that up. He also ran for 1,272 yards. So pretty much the St. Mary Bears offense last year went through Keller Hurla on almost every play, and he's now at Washburn, going to be playing quarterback for the Washburn Ichabods, where, you know, the top receiver for the Rock Creek Mustangs ended up as well with Ethan Burgess going there to play wide receiver. I believe both of them were redshirted this year, but one is certainly a passer and one is certainly a catcher. So I'm kind of looking forward in a few years maybe seeing that kind of a hookup. But
And one thing you said, a big game for both teams. It is, but one of these teams is going to come out on top, get that first win of the season, and not only for the Mustangs, but for the Bears as well. I mean, they have a chance to right their wrongs. Rock Creek strolled in there last year and handed them a pretty handedly victory on the road.
yeah, I believe it was over 20 points last year. I believe it was like 42-20, 42-21. So, yeah, they went in and handled their business last year at St. Mary's. They need to do the same thing tonight. Again, St. Mary's is without Keller Hurla, who basically ran the offense last year. But this year they'll have to try to find some additional targets. And I think they'll move the ball around a little bit more. But I think you'll see another Hurla at the helm, basically running quarterback again. I think probably what you'll end up seeing tonight is you'll start seeing Brady Hurla Jr. at quarterback, number 10 for St. Mary's, even though they don't necessarily give out their starters just by watching film. And then really the other players to watch is number 8, Nate Hutley, and number 7, Corleone Holes, who had a 77-yard touchdown run last week against Rossville. So he gets out to the corner and gets out in the open field. He's going to be a hard one to catch.
And looking at this Rock Creek offense, Rock Creek defense this week, I think it just comes down to putting drives together. We saw plays last week in an 8-play drive. 2 or 3 of those plays went for positive yardage, and then they would kind of get caught up in that 4th down, 3-down territory.
Yeah, they really didn't establish the ball right off the bat on the first, second downs. They left themselves with a lot of long yardages to pick up the first down. I don't know if it's so much just they were out of sync or, it's nerves or what it may be, but I think we'll see a different offense tonight. I think we'll see a team that's a little bit more in sync, more in tune, and I think they'll offensive scheme they run will be better equipped to handle the packages that they have out there. I think maybe last week they tried to run too many of the big plays that they ran last year, and maybe they weren't quite ready for that. And I think we talked about during the game, taking what the defense gives them, whether it's just a 5-yard in or a 5-yard out or a quick slant pattern or something like that, maybe not looking downfield quite as much. But, I think they'll make the calls this week that they need to get their quarterbacks in the game early and establish a running game as well.
Alrighty, we're just under 20 minutes to kick off. But before we get more into our pregame show, we do want to take a look at some scores from around and in the state of Kansas. So week 1, last week, Wellington losing to Andale 75-28.
Big shocker there. Andale undefeated, 4-time state champion. Cheney versus Kingman, a 2A matchup. Kingman made it to the state final last year. Kingman winning that game 34-7.
And 2 teams to watch in the Rock Creek District here this week. Clay Center beating Wamego 19-7 last week in a closely contested contest. Yeah,
I'd say Clay Center is going to be a tough one to beat this year. Holton at Nemaha Central. Holton trying to get back to the 3A state championship. They took a hard hit going off and losing right away to the 2A state champs 6-31.
And the reigning 6A champs, Manhattan, beating Derby 33-19. 3 years in a row now for Manhattan.
Yeah, 3 straight games. Nobody beats Derby 3 straight games, but Manhattan, I believe, has won 14 straight games. They're on a roll. Hayes was visiting Junction City. Hayes come out of that with a 20-14 win. Junction City is looking to kind of bounce back and become a player again in 5A.
And battle in the Mid-East League. Silver Lake taking the win over Riley County 40-24.
Yeah, important game right here. Rock Creek playing both these teams later this year, beat both of them last year. Another 3A District 5 game, Concordia versus Chapman. Chapman comes away with that win, 14-13 over the Concordia Panthers.
Next, Abilene versus Marysville. Rock Creek will take on Marysville later this year, 28-14. Abilene closing that one out.
Hiawatha Redhawks getting a win, 14-13 over the Royal Valley Panthers. Big win for them. Hiawatha will be seeing them later on in the 3A District 5.
And Hoisington versus Heston, 39-7. Rock Creek played Heston first round of district play last year.
Yep, the Swathers, and the Swathers are off to a rough start. And then finally, Clearwater, who they also played last year, upsetting El Dorado 33-6. Clearwater was a game, I think they scored 76-20 last year. That was a very high-scoring game, very long game.
So that is more scores from in and around the state of Kansas. Just about 17 minutes left on the clock here before kickoff. And right now we're going to get into some local news for Rock Creek and their other fall sports.
Yeah, we'll start off with cross country. Cross country had their first meet last Saturday, September 2nd, at Holder's Course in Silver Lake. Congratulations to the Rock Creek girls. They finished third overall with that. We'll shout it out to the Nippert cross country family there. Olivia Nippert finishing second with her twin Lucia Nippert finishing fourth. Kyra Nippert finished 15th, while Riley Fries finished 26th in that. Rock Creek boys went on to finish second overall at that, with Simeon Bolin finishing third, Dave Wilkinson 8th, Aiden Hunter 9th, Trent Buckman 16th, and Cooper Mowry 22nd. So congratulations to the cross-country team. They will be back in action tomorrow morning, actually, at the Wamego Golf Course, which is the same course that they actually run for state cross-country. So they'll get their first glimpse of what that will look like.
And transitioning over to volleyball, back on August 26th, varsity went 4-1 and finished second at Wabaunsee. The C team went 3-2 and finished second at the Wamego tournament. Then on August 31st, varsity picked up 2 more wins against Marysville and Riley County, moving to 6-1 on the year. Correction on my math last week. The JV goes 1-1, while C team picked up 2 more wins. They'll be back in action tomorrow in Seneca for the Nemaha Central Tournament, playing matches at home on the 19th versus St. Mary's and Wabaunsee on October 3rd.
I'm sure you didn't have to hear anything at all, too, going home to the volleyball coach and hearing that you'd messed up.
No, not at all. And closing it out, here we are at a look into this game here. JV was in action September 4th at southeast of Saline, where they fell short, losing game 14-28. And one thing we were talking about earlier on the pregame here was the loss of Keller Hurla for that St. Mary's team, as he's at Washburn now. And looking at that stats, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I believe so. The rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, total touchdowns, passing yards were all school records in a single season, as well as I believe he had a career record. Don't quote me on this, but I think he was somewhere in the ballpark of like 7,988 total yards and like 77 touchdowns for a career. So amazing career for Keller Hurla there for St. Mary's Bears. So I'm sure he will be greatly missed. That was a heck of a season he put together. Rock Creek probably is not too sad to see him go.
And just under 15 minutes here. We'll take a quick ad break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Backroads Broadcasting's presentation of high school football coming up.
This break is brought to you by Dara's Corner Market, changing the way you think about their gas stations. Come inside to find everything from canned goods to fresh baked pastries and fruit. Also, don't hesitate to download the Dara's app today to get access to discounts and rewards, as well as great deals and specials every day. Serving 7 convenient locations in the Manhattan-St. George area, Dara's Corner Market is more than just your neighborhood gas station.
Farmer State Bank, your full-service bank with over 100 years of community banking service. Founded in 1898 in Westmoreland with branch locations in Onega and Manhattan. Farmer State Bank provides a variety of personal and business services, including checking, savings, and IRA accounts. Students can earn cash for good grades with their Books and Bucks checking account. To learn more, visit any of the 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Faith Furniture, serving the Manhattan and the surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience for all of their customers. Whether you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or just looking for that perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you've got to have faith. Backroads Broadcasting is working harder than ever to bring the action home to you. If you're looking for a live broadcast for your future event or interested in being a sponsor, contact or give us a shout at cody.lyman@brbc.live. If you enjoy our free production and would like to help, you can always donate to the stream with Cash App, $BRBCL, or Venmo at BRBCL. We're just glad you've joined us here this evening, and let us know where you're watching from.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's pregame show of the Week 2 matchup versus the St. Mary's Bears. Looks like the students are getting ready for the players to take the field. We are just about 11 minutes away from kickoff.
Yeah, red, white, and blue night for the student section, and also neon pink for the junior cheerleaders. You can't see them right now, but it is the junior cheerleader night, so I'm guessing we have somewhere in a ballpark of 50 to 60 Westmoreland and St. George grade school cheerleaders out here joining the high school team.
And for those of you that have been tuning into the broadcast for a while, we love interacting with you guys. So we have thought of a little bandit brain teaser this evening for you, and these will be coming at you periodically throughout these 4 quarters of play. But the first one up on the board is, what color is the penalty flag? And if you just want to comment that in the comment section below.
What color is the penalty flag? Starting out with a toughie.
That is.
By the way, Bandit is a new unofficial mascot of Backroads Broadcasting. He's going to be showing up more and more in marketing pieces, and he is a raccoon, aptly named Bandit. So we'll start working with probably the Rock Creek Booster Club and some others around and let people start seeing. But if you happen to be in the stadium or in the surrounding area and look up in a booth, Bandit may be looking out the window back at you at this point in time.
Just about 9 minutes, 30 seconds left until kickoff here. And like we said before, big game for both teams. So we'll see. I mean, this is one that could go either way, I think.
It really could. And, I think both teams are fired up. Both teams are very serious about this game and really into this game. So serious that, it was hard getting information out of St. Mary's coach, Kyle Shank. Really kind of had his game face on early today. And so don't know who's going to be starting for St. Mary's, but I can tell you who the offensive starters for Rock Creek is going to be. And they're going to be starting out with number 1, Elijah Bell, the junior wide receiver, followed by number 3, Crane Bill, senior wide receiver. Mac Lee, number 8, is going to get the start again at quarterback. He's a junior. Dagan Vendeska, number 13, is going to be in a receiver. Trevor Christensen, number 34, is going to be a receiver. Number 17, Hunter Procish. Drew Becker is going to get the start again at running back, and then your offensive line is going to be number 15, Amari Kirksey. Number 54, Tristan Meyer. Number 55, Malachi Bell. Number 57, Corday Kirksey. And number 61, Mason Faith. So I can tell you some players to look out for, whether they're starting or not. St. Mary's. Number 10, Brady Hurla, has the dubious task of replacing his brother at quarterback, Keller Hurla. So he's going to be running that offense this year. Number 7, Corleone Holes will be in a running back. He actually broke one for 77 yards against Rossville in their opener. Like I said earlier, once he gets on the edge and gets some open space, he's got wheels. He's going to be hard to bring down. Number 8, Nate Hutley, will be another one to watch for as a receiver. Kind of plays into the slot back. Sometimes they run a lot of ace formations. Number 62, Atticus Martin, all-state center and nose tackle. That's going to be a big thing for Rock Creek to try to do, is try to control that line of scrimmage, because that's all their plays are going to basically start with the big guy right in the middle, number 62 for St. Mary's. So the defensive line is really going to have to do what they can to keep that under control. And then another massive help on the offensive line is going to be number 70, Braden Hager. So those two guys on the line is really going to try to open up holes for number 8, number 7. I see them predominantly running. They'll do some pass plays, but I think you'll see some motion plays. You'll probably see some traps. Again, try to take advantage of the Mustang speed, get them going the wrong way, and try to use a reverse motions.
And one thing I'm looking at on this St. Mary's roster here, quite a few big size guys here. I'm looking at number 30, Howard Rezak, coming in at 6'3". A lot of guys 6'2", 6'3", adding some size to the St. Mary's.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Rock Creek Mustangs and unfortunately for the St. Mary's Bears, number 30, Howard Rezak, is actually going to be out this game. He is dressed in civilian clothes. He is injured. We won't give details on the injury, but, yeah, he won't be playing in this game. But he is a big tight end for them. the big target, like you just said, 6'3", 210 pounds. He's already, prototypical tight end kind of size. So we'll see what they do to kind of come back and counter against that, not having him out there. But again, like I said, the St. Mary's was a part of the football jamboree that Rock Creek hosted a couple weeks before the season started, along with Wamego and Chapman. And I think they tried to keep some of their plays under wraps, tried to keep what they wanted to do under wraps. But like I said, it's going to be pretty dominantly heavy, maybe some play action to kind of catch the Mustangs. And really, I think what they want to try to do is get Dagan Vendeska sucked up in on a running play, on a play action, and try to hit a receiver deep. So we'll look for that a couple times tonight. But Dagan Vendeska, leading the team in tackles, and he was one of the top tacklers last year too. And again, as I mentioned earlier, he is on a watch list for secondary players in the state of Kansas, the whole state.
And looking at this Rock Creek schedule coming up too, they're kind of really settled in for their league change next year, where they join. I can't think of the name of it. Wamego, Chapman, Clay Center. I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of the tongue.
We'll learn that
get some research
year.
here, yeah. But just under 5 minutes here as Mustangs get ready to take the field here. Here they come. And one thing we'll do this week that we did not do last week, we will be sure to acknowledge captains this week. I know we did not do that last week.
Yeah, we kind of dropped the ball on the kickoff. We kind of got rushed a little bit. We apologize, but yeah, we'll acknowledge the captains as well as the coin toss, and that way we can keep track of who actually has the ball first and who will be getting it in the second half. But I believe your captains for Rock Creek, I believe number 34, Trevor Christensen, is one of them. He was leading the drive coming out. Great shot there by our cameraman, Cody Lyman, down on the field watching the Mustangs run through the tunnel.
Not only that, but Jenny, I do have to give you your flowers here. So as well, you can keep track of what penalties are going on as well. I see you've brushed up on your refereeing skills here in the booth
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it's always embarrassing when there's a call on the field and I don't know what it is. So, yeah, I have my cheat sheet of National Federation High School official football signals, all 47 of them. So if they throw a 48 signal out there, I've got nothing for you. So we'll try to do a better job of staying on top of that. I have never claimed to be an expert in football, but by gosh, we do our best. Have we gotten any responses on our Bandit brain teaser?
Not yet.
Oh.
I think we stumped them with that one. That was a tough one to start out with.
Yeah. What color is the officials' flag?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think they changed it last time I played.
Hopefully we don't see any laundry on the field tonight. Yeah, it looks like the St. Mary captain is going to be senior number 8, Nate Hutley, and number 14, senior Michael Gallegos. Rock Creek captains are going to be number 12, Peyton McCarn, number 30, Cade Wellfringer, number 34, Trevor Christensen, and number 61, Mason Faith. So already we got them outnumbered 4-2.
All right. I'm always curious to know what coin it is. Like, I've had ones that have like a nice official, weighted coin, and then some that just pull out a quarter, which is crazy because you could lose it out there in the grass. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to break out real U.S. currency, you should at least break out a silver dollar or something like that. And the heads and tails being shown to him right now. This seems to go a lot quicker when we're not paying attention. Looks like St. Mary's has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. So they will be getting the ball to start the second half. They'll be kicking off the first half. So Rock Creek will be heading to the north side to start their offense right off the bat. A little bit of a wind, kind of swirling. The flag was kind of still earlier, but when you'd see like the booster flags coming in, the wind is really kind of blowing more east to west, which is kind of unusual for us here in Kansas this time of year. But Yeah, I don't think the wind will be much of a factor tonight on either team.
I mean, nothing better than that September weather, though. It did start off a little hot today, but it has cooled off quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think I heard that there's going to be a high of like 68 on Monday, so it's going to
Can't
be
beat that.
going to be fall for an
Yeah.
entire day, and then we'll get a little bit of late summer again. But it's starting to feel more like football, that's for sure. So before we get started, one other just note I wanted to talk about is I don't know if you heard this, but I saw on the Rock Creek High School Twitter account that the U.S. World News Report just released their 2023-24 ranks, and Rock Creek High School is ranked number 1 in the Manhattan Metro out of 10 schools, and ranked number 6 in the entire state out of 386 schools. Schools are ranked on state-required tests, graduation, and how well they prepare students for college. So congratulations to the Rock Creek School District students, faculty, staff, family, and support system. So if you want to learn more about what's happening at Rock Creek, you can follow them on their Twitter at Rock Creek HS. Just for the record, they are 1,290 nationally, and I did not look up how many schools there are nationally, but 1 out of 10 in the Manhattan Metro and 6 in Kansas. So normally they're ranked pretty high. So once again, ranked right up there.
Back deep for the Mustangs, number 5, Dawson Rankin, and number 34, Trevor Christensen. And kicking off for the Bears will be number 4, Brendan Griffin.
Yeah, he may see some time on the offense as well. So during the jamboree, I was seeing him get the ball quite a bit, usually running him out of like a slot position. They have a lot of guys listed as running back, but a lot of them play slot receiver and a lot of other things. Sometimes they run 2-3 back sets. Like I said, they run a lot of ace formations, a lot of pistol shotgun formations. So Mustangs will be looking for that tight end, a double tight end, trying to run cover 2 against that most of the night. And, of course, they'll be watching that offensive center to see where he's going and what the play's doing.
Kick is away. Short kick, takes one hop. Fielded at the 35 by number 15 of the Mustangs. That is Carson Tobirin.
It's a good field position to start the game. That was one thing Mustangs kind of lacked last week. It seemed like they were starting deep in their own zone quite a few times. And so it can be really important for them. You know, one of the back road routes to victory for the Mustangs is really getting off to a faster start on offense. I want to hold on to the ball and control that line of scrimmage.
Set up shop on the 41-yard line. Here's Lee, takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it. Be slung down by number 56 of the Bears. That is Tyler Birch on the stop. Bring up second down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so not exactly the start that the Mustangs wanted to get. Again, like I said, they want to really get off to a fast start, try to establish that line of scrimmage, but that first carry going for -1 yard.
Here's Becker on second down. Plows through the middle. Call it a gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we talked about Becker last week. You know, may not be the fastest one on the team, but he's going to be a hard runner. He's a north-south runner. So if they can open up any kind of holes for him to let him get going, get ahead of steam, he's going to be a hard person to bring down.
3rd and manageable here for the Mustangs. Empty set for Lee. 3 receivers bottom of your screen. Looks for the audible from the sideline. Venduska Cranebill on the far side. Man in motion's Venduska. Fires to his right at the first down marker. Caught by Cranebill. Turns on the Jets, and he has a first down. And those are the plays that the Mustangs had to make right there on offense. 3rd medium, 3rd manageable. They come away with a big gain on 3rd down.
Yeah, like I said, they need to get off to a hot start, so that helps. Picking up a first down right away. You know, they really struggled picking up first downs last week, so Again, I thought they might mix their offense up just a little bit, try to find things that really suit the packages that they have.
Stacked receivers either side. Here's Lee, hands off to Becker. Becker up the middle. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Mustangs. This opening drive for the Mustangs already looking leaps and bounds better than how they started last week. Seems like they're coming off the ball a little harder, hitting the holes harder, all together, just playing well. Fundamentally sound.
Yeah, we're going to have a false start there on the right tackle. But, yeah, I agree. The offensive line's firing off the ball. Credit to Southeast Saline. It wasn't like they were playing a bad team. That's a very, very good team. They lost in sub-state last year, and I think they're probably just as good this year as they were last year. And so their offensive line and defensive line really controlled that line of scrimmage all night. So, St. Mary's has an all-state nose guard and tackle, so really it's going to put really the all-league center and guard and tackle for Rock Creek to the test tonight.
We're going to have some motion on the front line there. I believe this one's coming back. Five-yard loss, illegal procedure on the Mustangs.
Yeah, so kind of digging a hole now, 2 straight penalties. So pick up 5 yards and now basically have lost everything back to a 2nd and 15.
2 receivers either side. Christensen and Bell at the bottom of your screen. Mendeska and Craneville far side. Mendeska, the motion man. He'll get the call on the sweep. Gets around one man, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle still on his feet, crosses the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Mustangs. Number 2, JoJo McCann on the stop for the Bears.
So they've already seen, 14 yards positive rushing, and that almost half of what they had all of last week. So establishing a run game, probably trying to throw St. Mary's off. St. Mary's probably expecting them to come out with the run and gun, throwing it. Mustang's doing a good job mixing it up.
Here's Lee on the quarterback keeper. He's got room up the middle. Just a few yards short of the first down. Nice QB draw play there for the Mustangs. They'll bring it 4th and short. I think they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, he picked up about 11 yards there, but see what they do right here, 1 yard to go. They do have a field goal kicker if they need to do it. It's probably close to his range, but maybe just a little bit out of it.
Stacked receivers either side. Lee joined the backfield by Becker. Here will be Becker on the carry. Falls forward. Did he get the yardage? Wait for the official spot here, and he's got it.
Yeah, good second effort there. Becker was actually met in the backfield, did a little bit of a spin-off, but kept his momentum going forward, which is what I expected, and picked up the first down. Good job there for the Mustangs, keeping the drive alive, using up the clock, keeping St. Mary's offense on the sideline, which is really what St. Mary's is wanting to try to do to Rock Creek, is keep their offense off the side or on the sideline.
Stacked receivers either side. Here's Lee, drops back to pass, fires over the left side. He's got a man wide open. Bell, he's in for 6. Mustangs strike first. 7:37 left here in the first quarter. Wide open Elijah Bell there, and Mustangs take it for 6 on the opening drive.
Yeah, nice 25-yard pass. Boy, Bell just got behind everybody. They must have lost him or something, but nice, easy pass there for Lee. 25-yard strike to Bell, and Mustangs are on the board early.
One thing I really liked about that drive was time of possession. It didn't seem like they were rushed. They were at their own pace, and a really good starting drive for the Mustangs.
Yeah, really what they needed. Like I said, they want to get off to a fast start and hold on to the ball. That was number 2 thing there for the routes to victory. And they managed to do both on that possession.
Here's Lee for the extra point. Kick is good. Mac Lee does it all. Throws touchdowns, kicks extra points, you name it,
Well, you're pretty confident of that. You said good before it was even signaled.
I'm working up here, I'm trying to get on your level, Judd. Call things before they happen.
Yeah. 50% of the time, I'm right every time.
I guess that might just come with age too. So I guess give me a few more years.
That touchdown is going to be brought to you by Farmer State Bank, your full-service bank with over 100 years of community banking service. I want to thank the Farmer Steak Bank tonight for providing the tailgate dinner, pulled pork, baked beans, chips, and chocolate chip cookies. So delicious meal. If you're in the area and coming out to the Rock, please have supper on Farmer State Bank. They're located in 3 locations in Onega, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. You can visit any of those 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Member FDIC and your equal housing lender.
7:37 remaining here, first quarter. 7-0 your score. Back deep for the Bears. It will be number 4, Brendan Griffin, and number 8, Nate Hutley. Mac Lee set to get things kicked off here. And we'll see what the Bears can do with their opening drive. Nice kick there by Lee. That'll be a touchback. Got a hold of that one.
Yes, he did. Adrenaline pumping a little bit there. Had a good drive. Got some good positive yards with his legs and with his arm. Got a touchdown. So whatever nerves he had, I think those are gone. And the adrenaline is pumping both on the extra point and the kickoff. But, yeah, that was a beautiful kick out of the back of the end zone.
And now the first defensive possession for the Mustangs here. We saw in spurts last week the defense was getting a little jump start from the offense when they would make big plays. So we'll see what they can do here. Man in motion, that's Hutley. He gets the call. Nice defended by the Mustangs. Turn that one inside. Tristan Meyer on the stop for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think you'll expect to see that a lot. You know, they'll put a man in motion, a lot of those handoffs. Again, there'll be some fakes where they'll fake a handoff and they'll actually do a reverse motion. So it's going to be important for the defensive ends to stay at home against St. Mary's.
2 receivers either side. Here's Hurla. Give will be up the middle to number 4, Griffin. He's got some room over the middle, cuts back, running to his left now, and he'll have enough for the first down. Nice run by number 4, Brendan Griffin of the Bears. Nifty bit of running in the open field there by number 4, Brendan Griffin.
Yeah, we talked about Becker being a north-south runner. That was shifty. He had some moves there, so he's going to find the seam, and he's going to hit it, and he's going to go.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 far side. Empty backfield for Hurla. Takes a snap, rolls to his right. Plenty of time. Pressure coming from the Mustangs. He'll keep it and be pushed out just shy of midfield. Call it a scramble, good for 3 yards on the play. Bring up, gain of about 7. Now bring up 2nd and 3 for the St. Mary's Bears.
Yeah, math is hard sometimes. 7-3. All it's important is that they didn't get the first down and didn't get 10 yards. But, yeah, I think that's how actually Hurley got a lot of his yards last year. You know, not everything's a design quarterback play, but good coverage downfield, and one of his receivers fell down, so Hurley had no choice but to take off running with that.
3 receivers far side. Give is to number 7 this time. Nice play by the Mustang defense there. That was Corleone Holes on the carry. McCarnan Rankin on the stop for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so they managed to hold him to about 76 less yards on his first carry of this game compared to his first carry last week. So good job there by the Mustangs. But they're going to have the work cut out for them. Linebackers and safeties are going to be busy trying to tackle these guys tonight.
3 receivers far side. Holes joins Hurla in the backfield. And Holes will get the carry. Cuts back across the middle, have the first down.
Got a late flag coming in.
Wait to see what the official ruling on the play is.
Let me break out my cheat sheet
That's-
here. Get ready for a signal. I'm sure Dr. Bernheide in the booth next door will have it figured out a full 30 seconds before me. Oh, face mask. Yay.
There we go. I'm going to track that stat.
Yeah.
Judd is 1 for 1 on calls this evening.
Yeah. So 5-yard penalty there for the Mustangs. That's their third penalty of the game. So 3 penalties for 15 yards already in the game.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 ball on the 40 for the Bears. 2 receivers either side. And Hurla fires quickly to his left. Caught. Juke move made. Breaks 1 tackle. Another tackle. We brought down right at the first down marker as number 8 on the reception for the Bears, Nate Hutley. Tristan Meyer on the stop, number 45 for the Mustangs. And another good offensive drive we're seeing here, but this time from the opposing Bears.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what the Mustangs did. Only it seems to not using as much time. They've only used about 2.5 minutes off the clock so far.
Here's Hurla. Give to Holes. He'll be stopped by a gang of Mustangs on the play. Call it no gain on the play.
I think he lost about 5 yards there.
Bring up 2nd and 14 for the Bears.
Good job by Welfinger getting in the backfield. Disrupted that entire play. Didn't allow Holes to actually get any kind of move. So basically he's contacting before he can make his first move to try to catch the open field. And the rest of the Mustangs came in and finished the job.
Summers, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Holes joins Hurla in the backfield. Hurla drops back to pass, fires over to his left at the foot of his intended target. That's number 8, Nate Hutley. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Bears.
Yeah, good job by the Mustangs there. Even if he caught that, of course, you got to be watching out. You know, his first move is to basically stop and cut back. So whoever the linebacker is covering him, I believe it's Christensen last time, you got to be prepared to basically just stick with him and don't, get caught up on that move. Just put your head right into the waist and take him down.
2 receivers either side. Here's Hurla, drops back to pass. Pocket collapsing, fires deep left side, and that's going to be picked by the Mustangs. Number 34, Trevor Christensen. Little bit risky throw there for Hurla, throwing in a double coverage, trying to go for the big play. Comes up costly, Mustangs take over.
Well, I actually think Christensen just did a good job. I mean, he was over probably midfield when he first started seeing him, and he come over and covered a lot of ground in that long ball. If it wasn't for him, it probably would have been a 6, but Christensen got over there. Man, he covered a lot of ground to get over there, but I think Hurla read that right. The safety was in the middle of the field. He had his receiver on the outside, one-on-one, had him on a fade pattern, and actually had him open on the sideline. Christensen just came over and made a play. That was probably one of the best plays I've seen him make, especially for a linebacker to come back almost playing a free safety.
Alrighty, Mustangs will set up shop on the 2-yard line. Here's Lee. Drops back to pass. Fires deep for Bell. Bell got it. What a catch by Elijah Bell. Well past midfield. What a grab.
Yeah, that was an amazing catch. An amazing throw, too. I mean, he dropped it right over the shoulder, put it in the only place you could absolutely put it. Elijah Bell with another big, call that about a 44-yard pickup, 48-yard pickup. Would they start on the 2?
Yes.
So already 25-yard touchdown, now 48-yard big reception on first down out of their own end zone.
Here's Lee on the keeper. Breaks 1 tackle, but is met by a host of Bears. Number 63 and 58 of the Bears on the stop. That is Cody Moylan and Atticus Martin on the stop.
Yeah, Atticus Martin, like I said, you may be calling that number a lot. Number 62 tonight. All-state nose tackle and center.
Bunch receivers left side. Lee fires deep again. This time for Venduska. Did he get it? No. Pass was broken up. Well defended by the Bears. That is number 2, JoJo McCann, on the coverage.
A lot of hand checking going on down the field. There is a hanky on the field. We'll see what actually happens. It's clear back at the line of scrimmage. I wonder if we're going to have a defensive holding right at the line.
Looks like it will be on the Mustangs.
Well, something's getting walked off in
Yeah,
St. Mary's before I even see the call. Haven't even got a chance to use my cheat sheet. Yep. That's why I wanted defensive holding right off the line of scrimmage. So
2nd and short for the Mustangs. Ball on the 42, 3:13 remaining here, first quarter. Bunch of receivers either side. Lee rolling to his right, shovel pass to Becker. Loses the ball, but recovers it. Almost costly there for the Mustangs. A little shovel pass from Lee to Becker. And he'll have enough for the first after the fumble recovery.
I almost question whether he had possession of that ball, but we'll take it. Becker struggled a little bit last week, had a fumble, had a drop pass right off his hands that led to another interception. So
4 receivers, the bottom of your screen, 1 far side, that's Bell. Here's Lee, quarterback keeper. Nice blocking there by the Mustangs front line. And Mac Lee will come up just short of the first down marker.
yeah, designed run all the way. You know, they use Mac Lee just as another running back. He does a pretty good job finding the holes and just powering through them. That's already his 4th carry of the night.
Empty backfield for Lee. He'll get the call again. Quarterback keeper. Burst of speed up the middle. Well into the secondary. Big first down run for Mac Lee.
Yeah, big 16-yard pickup there for Mac Lee on his 5th carry. Mustangs in business again here. Going to be 1st and 10 from about the 14-yard line or so.
Same formation for the Mustangs.
Run it till they stop it.
Motion man is Becker. And Mac Lee will keep it. Breaks 1 tackle. Pile up. Good hard run in there by Mac Lee. Just refusing to go down.
Yeah, like he at least got him back to the line of scrimmage on that. So I say run it till they stop it, and they kind of sniffed that one out. So
minute 30 remaining here, first quarter, 7-0 your score. Mustangs scored last possession with a big play over the middle for Elijah Bell.
this would be a great time for a wide receiver screen to Craneville, set back behind Christensen and Vendeska, let those guys lead block for him. But
empty backfield for Lee. Change of play call to the sideline.
they got a safety on Craneville right now. Corners matched up.
Mac Lee will get the keeper again. Stop just short of the first down marker. Under a minute to play here.
So they wanted to establish a run game. I just wasn't expecting them to establish it with their quarterback. So
Establishing time of possession here on these 2 drives as well.
yeah, I believe for the first quarter, I think the Mustangs have really controlled the ball for all but about 3 minutes of the first quarter. About 25 seconds left in this first quarter.
Screen pass to Christensen, makes 1 move. It'll be brought down out of bounds. He'll have enough for the first down. Mustangs will have just about enough time for 2 plays, maybe. 19.2 seconds remaining. We'll see.
Looks like he's going to be just shy.
Just shy of the first down marker. 4th and inches coming up for the Mustangs. Well, 4th and inches on the goal line here. I think play we saw, 3 or 4 times on this drive alone, I think will be good enough to get that first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a high possibility, but then you also got to look at just a quick slant pattern. They're about 5-6 yards off the wideout. So I mean, really, all I got to do is step forward a couple yards on a quick in, and you have your first down.
Lee rolls to his right, pressure coming. Fires for Bell. Bell reaching for the pylon. Did he get it? He'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to pick up about 5, and Bell's slow to get up. So while we're letting the training staff take a check on Bell there, we'll take a quick timeout here.
This timeout is brought to you by Dara's Corner Market, changing the way you think about their gas stations. Come inside to find everything from canned goods to fresh baked pastries and fruit. Also, don't hesitate to download the Dara's app today to get access to discounts and rewards, as well as great deals and specials every day. Serving 7 convenient locations in Manhattan and St. George area, Dara's Corner Market is more than just your neighborhood gas station. Good to see Bell back up.
Yeah, and at some point in time this season, at the request of nobody, we actually have a camera set up inside the booth here. At some point in time, we may accidentally get displayed on a live feed. And we apologize in advance for if and when that ever happens. But, yeah, question marks. So Mustangs coming back out on offense on a first down, first and goal on about the 3-yard line, 2.5, 3-yard line.
Good to see Elijah Bell up. Big first half for him. He was a little quiet last week, but, I mean, 2 big back-to-back plays for him.
Yeah, hopefully we could see him back in the game, both on offense and defense. He's been running kind of a speed edge for the Mustangs, trying to turn plays back up the middle and the linebackers, and he's been doing a pretty good job of that. So hopefully it's not too serious, and we'll see him back out here. That's going to be the end of your first quarter.
Well played first half for the Mustangs. They lead 7-0 heading into the second. And, I mean, comparing this first quarter to last week's first quarter, it's kind of a night and day difference for the Mustangs, just coming out with all kinds of energy and just playing really well.
Yeah, getting to a fast start. Like I said, that was one of the routes to victory the Mustangs really had, was getting off that fast start. They were out of sync, so you really wanted to make sure that they had things going. And if you were watching any of the first quarter, whether you heard the Bandit Brain Teaser trivia question or not, what color is the official's flag? We saw it about 6 times in that first quarter. Got no responses on YouTube. Probably no responses on Facebook, but I guess we'll just go ahead and give it away as, not sure the exact shade of yellow, but yellow.
It's like I'd call it like mustard yellow. Is that, I don't know if that's a color.
I believe it's athletic gold. If you
Athletic gold.
If you want
There
to
we
get
go.
downright
There we go.
technical, which is, the secondary color of the 0-1 Kansas City Chiefs.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ouch. I thought we made an agreement, Judd, before the broadcast. We weren't going to bring that up, but, it's fine. It's okay.
This quarter timeout brought to you by Liming Productions. Based out of St. George, Kansas, Liming Productions is your source for 5-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all of your special moments and compile that story you'll want to watch over and over. Liming Production, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions.
And if you look to the right of your screen, that's the man right there. Shout out to Cody Liming down there on the field.
Yeah, just walking through. He's going down, get set up on the goal line, maybe get us a good shot. And no, he's walking right past the goal line.
He's in for 6.
Yeah, he's apparently going to take a different angle, so we won't get any close replays on a close call there.
And Mac Lee on the quarterback keeper. He's in for the touchdown.
Didn't need it anyways, no doubter. Mac Lee on his 8th carry of the night. I've already run out of room to write down his yardage.
I was going to say, since Mac Lee, is also the kicker for the Mustangs, from a fantasy standpoint, do you think you get extra points, not only for, yards gained, yards thrown, touchdowns thrown? Do you get points for
Absolutely, extra
Okay,
points.
okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if like.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's all tied to number 8, right?
That's right. That's right.
Looked like a false start out there on the outside edge to me, but
That'll be blocked by number 14 of the Bears. That is Michael Gallegos on the block.
apparently had the same line judge that was working the NFL last night.
Just a distraction early there.
Just a fraction in the backfield before it was even snapped, so that extra point is no good for the Mustangs. But another impressive drive put together. Mac Lee got his number called a lot on that, both running and passing. He's been kind of a workhorse already with 8 carries and 7 passes. He is currently 6 for 7 passing. So much different Mac Lee this week than what we saw last week. You know, some of it could be attributed to the defense, but I think a lot of it's just a preparation of Mac Lee. I think he's just more ready to play this game. Maybe had some first game jitters last week, wasn't quite into a rhythm, wasn't quite in the groove, and Southeast Saline kept him out of that groove all night, but he is in the groove right now.
Well said. I would agree with you right there. I mean, just the whole offense for the Mustangs really just looking poised, calm, cool, and collected on those first 2 drives.
Yeah, they probably, St. Mary's probably did not get a lot of game film of quarterback keepers from Mac Lee. You know, he was a JV player last year, missed half the season with an injury, and when he came back, he was wearing a heavy knee brace, probably did most of the damage with his arm, did very little running. So to see him coming out and running as strong and as hard as he is, and really just right up the gut. I mean, they're not doing sweeps. They're not doing motions. They're basically doing a straight quarterback draw. Some of them are just straight runs, but he's running right between the tackles. So that means the Mustang offensive line, Malachi Bell and Mason Faith and Kirksey and Meyer, they're getting the job done right now up front and letting Lee really kind of carry the load for the Mustangs.
Indeed, and I think his fantasy stock is definitely trending upward here. That'd be a little fun stat keeper we could do on the broadcast, maybe sometimes track fantasy points for players here.
Yeah, because we're doing so well just tracking pass attempts and completions and yardage right now.
Another nice kick by Lee. That'll be fielded by Griffin.
That's trouble.
Cuts it back. Making moves. Griffin. What a return.
Yeah, let's not kick to him anymore.
He gets it past the 35-yard line and good field position for the Bears offense.
Yeah, if you can't put it out of the back of the end zone, maybe squib kick up the middle, or let's go to the opposite side. Let's see what number 8 can do on a return. But, yeah, number 4 has some moves. That is for sure. Griffin picked that up at about the 2-yard line, got all the way out to 37, 36.
Kyler Holes, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers on the left. Hutley, the motion man. Holes will get the call, runs to his right. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bears.
Yeah, so again, the Bears coming out in that formation, running man in motion, taking the handoff. So you got to keep an eye on 7. He's carried 4 right now. Holes has got 4 carries. Luckily, the Mustangs keeping him check. He's only got about 10 yards, but he can break one at any point in time. We've already seen earlier, when he gets in the open field, he's got moves as well. So he can run north and south if he needs to, but he'll make you miss.
1 receiver either side. Motion man, number 14, Michael Gallegos, gives the Holes, bounces outside. Nice stop on the edge by Trevor Christensen.
Yeah, that was a great play by Christensen there. He doesn't make that play. I don't know. He probably gets the first down. There wasn't many other people out there on the edge. So good shoestring tackle. Christensen coming up, sees the play that's happening, does his job as a linebacker, takes the running back and stops him for about a 3-yard loss.
3rd and 8 now for the Bears. Hutley, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers far side. Empty backfield for Hurla. Hurla rolls to his right, fires, 1st down marker just off the hands of his intended target, number 24, Kyler Holes. That'd be 4th and 8 now for the Bears. I believe they'll be sending on the punt team.
Yeah, Mustangs did a good job sniffing that out. It was kind of an easy developing play. You really see they were setting up the screen out there on the outside edge. we'll see if they come out. It's going to be kind of tricky. Hurla is their punter as well as their quarterback, so we'll see if he drops back 5 yards or drops back 10 yards to do the punt. But with him back there, you always have to be a little leery of a fake.
Just like the Chiefs game last night, 4th and 2, first quarter. Kick is away. Back deep Rankin for the Mustangs. And they'll set up shop at about the 33, 32-yard line, give or take.
Yeah, about a 35-yard punt. I'll call it a 35-yard punt.
10-11 remaining to play here in the second quarter, 13-0 your score.
Good job by the Mustang defense holding the Bears there. After that great kickoff return, Bears were unable to really do much with it. So Mustang offense back out on the field.
Here's Lee, drops back to pass, fires a check down to Becker. He's got some room to work with. Call it a gain of, say, 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, it looks like number 4, Gavin Rosa, the backup quarterback, has actually come in for a receiver for Bell. Talk about another guy that can do it all. If he's your backup quarterback and your backup receiver, that kind of gives you some options as an offense as well to have kind of. Yeah, Christensen, number 34, has also played some running back who's playing in the slot a lot. So really they can mix it up a lot and really kind of throw some trick plays out there.
High snap, give us to Becker. Nice following of his blockers there. Bounces it outside, and he'll cross midfield. Nice run there by number 26 of the Mustangs, Drew Becker.
Yeah, good 19-yard pickup there by Becker. Yeah, like you said, did a good job following his blockers, but great pull blocking there by the guard in the center. They shifted and came out of there, pulling to the right. Got downfield, and a good downfield blocking as well. I believe that was Vendeska had another downfield block that basically allowed Becker to pick up the first down and get a few extra.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 far side. That's Rosa. Mac Lee drops back to pass, fires over to the right side. He'll be caught by Vendeska, but he'll be out of bounds. Nice catch on the play by Vendeska, but 1 foot out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit too far on the outside edge, but a great ball. I mean, right, again, we talked about it, early on in the season in the last week's pregame show and even during the Jamboree when I was watching. That's the one thing that this year's receiving corps has, and I'll say it again and again, is they have size. I mean, they have height, and they can go up and get those jump balls. So that allows, whether it's Mac Lee or Gavin Rosa, whoever is at quarterback, to really just throw the ball high, let his receivers go up and get it. And that's what we did there. But unfortunately, just let him a little bit too far outside, and Vendeska come down with a foot just about 6 inches out of bounds.
Crane Biller receiver at the bottom of your screen. Give us to Becker. Well defended by the front line of the Bears. Call it a gain of a yard or no gain on the play. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Mustangs.
So, yeah, timing may be off just a little bit. Bell snaps here have been coming in kind of high. They'll probably want to work on that at halftime or talk about that. But snaps are coming in just a little bit high. It seems like Mac Lee is having to go up and get just about every one of them. And that could throw off timing on a run play like that.
Split receivers either side. Empty backfield for Lee. Drops back. Pressure coming. Fires for Vendeska over the middle. We're going to have a flag on the play. Vendeska bounces it outside. Crossing the 30 now. Still on his feet. And he'll finally go down just short of the 10-yard line.
I believe that's going to be coming back. I think you've got a holding right there, right at the first down marker. A well-executed play, well-set-up play. Wide receiver screen. It was a screen all the way. Another big concern is an illegal man downfield at that point in time. I think the offense may have released the scotch early. I'll get my cheat sheet out and see which one it is.
Really thinking about this one.
Yeah.
It's that age-old joke. How many referees does it take to make a call?
4.
4.
And after the discussion, they're going to decide that it's all good.
It's all good.
So now I got to pay attention to just kind of yardage he picked up there.
So the big play from Mackley to Dagan Medeska stands, and Mustangs in the red zone now.
So that was Vendeska's first catch for, looks like about 39 yards. I'm going to call it 39.
8 minutes remaining here, second quarter. Ball on the 10-yard line for the Mustangs. Empty backfield for Lee. Trips right side, Becker in motion. Mackley will keep it. Gets a burst of speed, and he's in. 2 to make it true. That is 2 rushing touchdowns now for number 8, Mackley.
Yeah, I mean, they found something there. They found a real hole up in the middle, and credit to the offensive line. I mean, they are creating a hole that probably a 49-year-old man with a bum leg could at least get a first, 1 or 2 yards out of it. So offensive line is really doing a job tonight. We talked about the defensive linemen of the St. Mary's Bears, and really right now they're being kind of dominated in that line of scrimmage. So good job by the offensive line for the Mustangs.
Here's Mackley for the extra point. And kick is good. Gallegos close on that one, almost 2 blocks in a row. I think we're talking a matter of split seconds there. He was quick off that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not only that, but again, that snap's coming in a little bit high. Rosa's having to go up. I believe Rosa was the holder on that.
I think it was McCarn on that.
Oh, was that? But yeah, I had to reach up above his head and get it pulled down. So therefore, Lee kind of has to pause just a second before he starts his motion to get that ball down. So little things just like that. They'll get it worked out. But, yeah, much different Mustang offense we're seeing this week. Part of that, again, may be the difference in the personnel that they're playing against. St. Mary's has got a lot of replacements as well. They lost a lot of seniors off of last year's team. So defense right now is struggling. But, hey, there's a lot of game left to be played. There's 7:42 left in the first half. So even though it looks like a walk in the park right now, they can't take that mindset. St. Mary's, with the talent they have over there with Hurla and Holes and Griffin, I mean, we've already seen the moves they can make. So I think they could use their legs to get back to this game in a hurry. So the Mustangs have to keep their head in it and keep playing Mustang football.
7:42 remaining, 20-0 your new score.
Lots of youth cheerleaders.
There they are.
There they are.
All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. If you've lost your child and are wearing a hot pink t-shirt, they're on the track.
Mac Lee set to kick things away. Nice kick again by Lee. And that'll be a touchback. First and 10 on the 20 for the Bears coming up.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good stat. They have 2 touchbacks on 3 kicks.
Yeah. Like I said, I said it earlier, fantasy stock. Just if you ain't got them on the waivers, you gotta get on that.
Do you get points for touchbacks? I haven't done fantasy in about a decade.
I'll say yeah. Why not? We'll give it like half point or quarter.
It's our broadcast. We'll make up our own rules.
Here's Hurla on the give to Holes, bounces it outside. Nice open field tackle by number 5, Dawson Rankin on the stop for the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs have been doing a good job of sniffing that play out. They're trying to get holes to that corner. They know once they can spring around that corner just like he did against Rossville, he could go no matter how many yards they are to the end zone. So, again, that's about the 3rd attempt they've done, and this time it was Rankin that comes up and makes the play. Last time they tried it, Christensen come up and made the same shoestring tackle. So, good job keeping holes in check right now.
3 receivers far side. Holes joins Hurla in the backfield. Pocket collapsing, fires. Here's Hutley. Be met by a host of Mustangs. Called a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. One thing we saw last week, not enough of though, but Mustangs come with a little pressure off the edge. I would have liked to see that dip into that well a little bit last week, but looking good here in the second quarter.
I think they tried to do that last week, but they just really struggled. I mean, Southeast Saline had a good offensive line and a good defensive line, and they kind of really didn't give the Mustangs a chance to do that. They ran the ball so many times, and they had a great pulling guard and sweeping motion a lot of times to the left that we noticed.
Hurla rolls to his right, fires at the first down marker. Nice grab by number 14 of the Bears, Michael Gallegos. The toe touch for the first.
Yeah, he's going to be a big target for them. So he was one of those players that I said that we should probably look out for at the beginning of the game. And, he's not a big target. He's 5'9", 155 pounds, but
got speed.
He's got speed, and he seems to find the open spot where he needs to get. So it's just a matter of giving Hurla time to really do his checkoffs and find his receivers.
Empty backfield for Hurla. And the give is to number 2 of the Bears. Nice run there, slung down by Venduska. That'll be JoJo McCann. So first carry for JoJo McCann for the Bears. Speedy up the middle gets the first down for the Bears.
That caught the Mustangs off guard there. Got a 15-yard pickup there. First time his number's been called tonight. I'm guessing it may get called again.
2 receivers either side. Empty backfield for Hurla. Sends Hutley in motion. Hutley will get the call. Bounces it outside. Will be tripped up. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bears.
Sure, the Mustangs on this near sideline was trying to let the line judge know that the receiver was in the neutral zone when he lined up on that, but
first one's free. That's what they always say, right? Something like that. I don't know.
Are we going to start getting into that again? How many false starts last night went unabated?
Are you a Lions fan, or is that what I'm hearing?
I am.
Anti-Chiefs fan, or what?
Should let everybody know that I did not grow up in Chiefs country.
And passes completed to number 24 of the Bears. That's Kyler Holes. So was that anti-Chiefs fan, as I'm hearing? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, sadly, I grew up out in western Kansas, and Chiefs were not normally the team on TV back in my day.
No, they weren't.
The Todd Blackledge era never led to a whole lot in western Kansas.
My personal favorite, Tyler Thigpen, I think, is probably up top. I mean, Trent Green, too, But, I mean, got to break some eggs to make an omelet.
That receiver is way off sides. He heard me.
Hurla on the quarterback keeper up the middle. Falls forward. I think he'll be right at the first down marker, a little short. I'll bring it 4th and short for the Bears.
It's too bad we didn't have the wide shot on that, so everybody could have seen that the near wide receiver was about 1.5 yards off sides, and he was looking at the ball before he realized, oh gosh, it got back just in time. So 4th and really a short yard for the Bears here. Got to get it to the 45.
Hurla joined by Holes in the backfield. McCann, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Fires. That is picked off by Cade Welfringer, and he could go all the way. Hurla's trying to get there, and he won't. That is a pick 6 for number 30, Cade Welfringer. How about that?
Yeah, that was incredible. Great play by Welfringer there. He sniffed that out. Rolling to the right, coming right into him. That's the defensive end position that we've been needing to see, and he's been, so far in his first half, basically disrupting everything. Pick 6 from a DN. Well, they always say, it's hard to call Welfringer a big man, but when you're playing defensive end, he get the ball and go.
And that's a dream for a big man on the line right there.
Yeah, big men don't wear number 30. Big men enter the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but still, I mean, you can see right there, I took it, Hurla, everything he had, just to try to catch up with him, and didn't catch him until about the 2 or 3 yard line. So, Welfringer had touchdown lights in his eyes,
he did.
And he caught that.
No looking back. And Mac Lee playing a little option with Peyton McCarn. And extra point for the Mustangs, no good. 26-0, your new score. But, yeah, I think on that one, you're playing front line. I don't think there's anything stopping you. You see the end zone like that.
Yeah, I got a humorous story about that nobody cares about. But back when at K-State as a freshman playing flag football, the wind was blowing about 50 miles an hour, and they tried to snap to a team we were playing. I can't remember which fraternity it was, but the wind got caught up, and the nose guard ran right underneath the snap as it was floating in the air, not quite getting to the quarterback, and ran it 60 yards for a touchdown. And all I could do was laugh. I could not even stand up. I was laughing so hard.
One of our D tackles senior year got one. It was a pop-up screen, and he caught it, and then he looked at the ball, looked at the sideline, and he's like, I can run. And I've never seen a big man move that fast. I mean, we'll call it a gain of like 10 on the play, but, man, he was happier than a hamster at a wheel or whatever that saying is.
Yeah, that pick six. We'll bring it to you by Roach Media Group, your local, friendly, professional photographer, honing their craft through years of wedding, portrait, and headshot photography in the St. George, Wamego, Manhattan area. They are also your local area expert in real estate photography and videography. Ask them about the drone and 360 view camera tours when you reach out to them today at roachmediagroup.com. That's ROCHE mediagroup.com.
Shout out to our producer. Hold
Yeah.
it down.
Our technical whiz and game day production over there. Who's 0 for 3 on starting videos on time tonight, but we're not going to call that on. But we like to have fun here at Backroads.
There we go.
Calling me out.
Put you in the spotlight there. Hutley on the reception here. Bounces it outside. He's got some room. And nice return there by Hutley. Yeah. The Bears offense will set up just past the 30-yard line. I didn't see that one coming. That BSBN camera caught me off guard.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard, too.
I didn't know if I had something in my teeth or,
I was really disappointed the camera could still see us as well without lights on, but that's all right.
It'd be 1st and 10, ball and 31 for the Bears.
Credit to the field crew for getting the field lights fixed last week for the game, shining in the booth.
Two receivers near side. Holes will get the call here on first down. Bounces it outside. Nice tackle on the play by number 13, Dagan Venduska.
He said no.
These Mustang players just coming up making a play on the defensive end. Dawson Rankin, a little shaken up there on the play. Good to see him up on his feet.
Yeah, right now the Mustangs are flying to the ball. I guess that's the only way you could put that. We talked about their speed that they have on defense as well as offense. They have a ton of team speed, and they're flying to the ball right now. And that's great. But if I'm St. Mary's right now, I'm going to run some misdirections and stuff like that and really kind of throw that speed off. But right now they're keying on holes right now in that backfield.
3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Option now. Hurla, the keeper, falls forward. Call it a gain of 4 on the play. And for this Bears offense, we saw glimpses of it there late in the first quarter. Just got to put together a solid drive here.
They do, and one thing they can't abandon, even though they got picked off on the play, is, Christensen made a great play on that interception right at the 2-yard line. But other than that, it was a good route. The receiver was open. It was a good ball. It was just a better play on defense. And so they can't abandon their pass play, even though they've kind of had bad luck right now with 2 interceptions. But, again, I think they can make those plays.
Here's Holes, bounces it outside. Nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the first down marker. Bring up 4th and short now for the Bears. And one thing for that play by Cade Welfringer last time, I went to go down to look who made the play. I thought they initially swatted it down, and the next thing I knew, I see this blur in my peripheral. Runs in for 6.
So it looks like Holes got enough for the first down there. I thought the Mustangs may have strung that play out long enough to force them out of bounds, but he managed to pick up the yardage he needed. So
good hard run there.
2 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock for the St. Mary's Bears, trying to get on the board before the first half ends. They will be getting the ball back to start the second half, though.
Here's Hurla, rolls to his right. Nifty bit of scrambling, runs it back left, crosses midfield, and to be tackled out of bounds by number 2 of the Mustangs. That's Zion Bell, brother to Elijah Bell.
Yeah, I really thought Ezra Spiller about had him in the backfield. Number 7 came in, but yeah, good job by Hurdler there, scrambling, kind of getting out of it and taking a potential 4 or 5 yard loss and turned it into a 12-yard gain and a first down.
A little magic in the pocket there. Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah, we've seen the benefits of having a quarterback that can scramble. And so, I mean, Hurlas can run, Hurlas can throw. We know that from his brother last year. You know, again, he's not his brother, but he's doing what he has to do to try to keep the St. Mary's offense in the game.
Empty backfield for Hurla. Drops back to pass. Fires. Caught by Hutley. Hutley breaks a tackle. Past the 35-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Bears. So come away with a score here. Are able to stop the Mustangs on their last drive of the quarter and then come out and strike first again after halftime. We're looking at a ball game.
Yeah, I mean, they could really go for 12 to 14 unanswered points depending on how things shake out here. So, like I said, this game's far from over, so the Mustangs need to keep doing what they're doing.
2 minutes left here, second quarter. 26 your score. Hurla joined in the backfield by Holes. One receiver either side. Hutley's in motion. Holes will get the call, bounces it outside. He's got a block. Called a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Second and manageable for the Bears. So the rushing attack for the Bears now coming alive here second quarter.
Yeah, they've only had 7 pass attempts in the game versus about 20 rushes.
3 receivers far side. 2 receivers. Hutley in motion. Hurla drops back to pass. Rolling to his right. Pressure coming. Can't get there. Still rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down by number 13, Dagan Viduska on the play.
That was a good open field tackle. He tried to make a shimmy move on him, but Viduska basically just put his head down and went right through him like you want as a safety or a linebacker. So good job there, keeping it from getting too big of a pickup. So now we're looking at about 3rd and 8, 3rd and long 7.
Empty backfield for Hurla. Drops back to pass. Fires for number 24's intended target. That is Kyler Holes. Pass being complete, 4th and 8 now for the Bears. And if I'm the OC of the Bears offense here, I got to go for this.
You got to go for it. Not only do you have to go for it, but you're down to about a minute. So you're probably looking at an 8, 9 yard out pattern because you want to get out of bounds. You don't have a lot of time. Looks like they're going to take a timeout and talk about it.
This timeout is brought to you by Faith Furniture, serving the Manhattan and the surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience for all of their customers. Whether you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture in your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or you're just looking for the perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you got to have faith.
The rug really ties the room together, dude.
I need one. I've been looking.
So 101 left in the first half. Mustangs up 26-0. St. Mary's coming out of this timeout. We'll be looking at a 4th and 7. So they've had a couple decent pass plays. Number 8, Hutley been their primary receiver, but they also had another big pickup to Gallegos earlier. I'd actually look for something to him on a play that's very similar to what they had to him earlier, which was basically he ran a 9 yard out pattern, got him right on the sideline. So we'll see who lines up against him.
So just at about a minute. Minutes change to play. Ball on the 32-yard line, 4th and 7 coming up for the Bears. It'll be an empty backfield for Hurla. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. One far side, that's Hutley.
Yep. Let's watch the Rankin Gallegos matchup here. 5 and 14 down at the bottom of the screen as he's rolling this direction.
Rolls to his left, steps up, fires over the middle. Caught by Griffin. And they'll have enough for the first down. Big play on 4th down for the Bears. Brendan Griffin with a first down grab.
Yeah, 22-yard pickup. So they weren't just going for just the first down. They were going for a lot at that point in time. Use the speed of your receiver, get downfield. We know Griffin and Holes both are very, very speedy. Gallegos also very speedy. Rankin had him shut down, but Griffin just coming across the middle, kind of left unattended.
First and goal now. Hurla on the option slips. And St. Mary's will take a timeout.
If that's their second timeout, I think they'll have one more left. So they're probably going to try to set up a couple plays right here. You only got 33.4 seconds left. You're on about the 9-yard line at this point in time. So, you've got basically 3 downs to try to get it in the end zone. So,
and this is 33.4 seconds left. I mean, that's quite a bit of time. You can get at least 3, 4, 5 plays off.
33.4 seconds and a timeout left. You can get 3 plays off as long as you're not throwing something across the middle for short yardage. So basically, if you're going to be doing something, you're going to be going outside, or if you're going across the middle, you're going to make sure that you're in the end zone or really, really close. You don't want to really use your 3rd down to spike the ball and come up with 1 play left to try to get it in the end zone unless you got a field goal kicker. I don't think they're trying to go for 3 here. They want to put 6 up on the board. They probably want to go for a 2-point conversion and go into halftime 26-8. I think is the ultimate goal here by the head coach there for St. Mary's. Again, he doesn't give away many game plans, but I think Coach Shank right now is probably what he's thinking is we have a chance to get 8 right here. We want to try to get it. Get the ball back, start the second half, put another 6 to 8 up, and all of a sudden you look up and you're down 26-16, midway through the 3rd period. You got yourself a ball game again.
So ball on the 9-yard line, 2nd down now for the Bears. Three receivers far side, 2 near side. Holes and Hutley, man in motion. Holes fires to his left, quick hitter for Holes. Does he get there? He does. Number 24, Kyler Holes, strikes first for the Bears. 28.7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so now you're kind of wondering, geez, did you give too much time on the clock, give it back to the Mustangs? They probably have 2 or 3 plays that they can run with their timeouts as well. They got a field goal kicker. If they can get it close to the 30-yard line, they have a chance to put another 3 up on the board before halftime. We've yet to see him kick the ball deep. They've only had 1 kickoff attempt, and it was a squib kick up the middle.
And offense staying on the field. Holes joins the backfield. And 2-point conversion will be no good. And yeah, to add on what you said there, Judd, 28.7 seconds for a Mustang offense that has come out red hot in this first half, scoring on all of their drives.
Yeah, and you hope they can kind of do that. Again, you got 28.7 seconds left by the time the kickoff's done, depending on how big your return is. You're probably looking at about 24, 25 seconds. You could always get lucky and accidentally kick it out of bounds, and you really don't lose any time, and you're getting the ball back at the 40-yard line. So I guess we'll see how good the kicker is here for St. Mary's, try to put it deep. But, hey, don't forget you got Rankin and Christensen back there deep. They're just as capable of taking a ball back and putting the Mustangs in really great field position. And, again, with the leg that Mac Lee has, I think if they could get it down around the 20, 25-yard line, they got a legitimate shot at putting up 3 before the end of the half. And that's providing Mac kicks the ball.
That's
they
true.
have a freshman
That's
kicker
true.
that came in and kicked an extra point for him last week.
Yep. Back deep for the Mustangs, number 5, Dawson Rankin, and number 34, Trevor Christensen. And I think they went to the wrong side there.
It happens.
It does. It's, you know. Brendan Griffin kicking off for the Bears. See if the Bears go for the deep boot here or
For that front line, you got to be a little bit leery of an onside as well. Wouldn't think they'd do it at this point in time, but stranger things have happened.
that's off the hands of Bell. Recovered by number 5, Dawson Rankin.
Well, that could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. So Mustangs will be getting the ball at the 25-yard line. No time came off the clock. I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought Bell looked like he was still kind of limping a little bit, looked like he struggled trying to jump up to catch that. So
Yep, here he's
Gavin
coming off.
Russick
Yep.
come in for Bell, so make sure he is off the field so there's not too many men on the field before they start to play. The clock will start on the snap.
Empty backfield for Lee. 3 receivers, far side. Lee, pocket collapsing, fires for Craneville. Craneville's got some room to work with here. Still on his feet. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line. 18.5 seconds remaining now. We'll have a timeout.
Yeah, it was a good run after the catch. Could have got about another couple yards. He probably could have got out of bounds. He was really close to that edge. It'd have been nice if he could have got out of bounds, stopped the clock without using a timeout. But again, I mean, St. Mary's Bears had that kind of sniffed out. I mean, they were right on Craneville and really behind the line of scrimmage when he caught that ball. So credit to the speed and shiftiness of Craneville. You know, BK really got out there and got down the field, picked up 15 yards for a first down, but looked like it could have been a loss from the get-go.
So 18.5 seconds remaining. Well, you have another yard gain of 18, 20-ish yards, and that puts you right on the door of field goal range. So we'll see what the Mustangs draw up here.
Yep, Tweeter needs to get out of bounds. Get the ball, get out of bounds. I believe the Mustangs still have 2 more timeouts, but still with only 18.5 seconds left. You still want to get the ball downfield. You don't want any slow developing plays. Right now, they're deep threat. You know, Bell has had 2 big passes earlier in the game. He's currently out, so you're going to have to look to number 3. You know, I think he's just a speedy going down the sideline. Just get him on a go pattern and just float one over his shoulder down around the 30, 25-yard line, somewhere in there, get out of bounds. Then you're sitting there within field goal range with probably about 13, 14 seconds left.
Another empty backfield for Lee. Drops back to pass, rolls to his right, pocket collapsing, fires down the sideline. That'll be incomplete, intended for Venduska. Flag on the play.
There was an awful lot of hand checking and possibly defensive holding there on that play. Beyond the 5-yard buffer zone that you're allowed. Not really sure what is going on here. Holding on the Mustangs. That's going to be one of the new rules this year. That's going to be assessed from the line of scrimmage and not a spot foul. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a replay of first down. So it's going to be a 1st and 20 from the 30-yard line down to about 12.9 seconds. So they're trying to run the play that I was saying. Craneville was going down the sideline. He got checked up pretty hard. Venduska's secondary, he got checked up pretty hard.
Deep shot for Lee for Venduska. Incomplete. That was number 4, Brendan Griffin on the coverage.
Yeah, Vendeska got turned around a little bit there. He started looking over his right shoulder, which isn't necessarily something you do as you're running down the sideline. Generally, you want to look over your inside shoulder, but clearly they were trying to put that pass to the outside, but again, just a little bit too far out of bounds. But I like the attempts they're doing. They're very close on it. You can see this timing's going to time up for them, and later on in the season, when that play is necessary, they're going to be timed up and with that really, really well.
2.7 seconds remaining. Empty backfield for Lee once again. Drops back. Plenty of time to throw. Fires for Vendeska on the screen. Will be brought down just at the first down marker. And that'll bring us to halftime here with a score 26-6. Mustangs lead.
Hold on just a second. I don't think the half can end on a defensive penalty.
Getting it figured out here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to make a call. Looks like they're talking to the St. Mary's coach Shank over there, so it looks like that's going to be against the Mustangs. So they're going to wave that off, and that's going to be your halftime.
So your score heading into halftime, Mustangs 26, St. Mary's Bears 6.
So here at the halftime, we're going to have the Rock Creek High School cheerleaders and dance team out working on a new dance with the junior cheerleaders. Again, we will have that video for you, but due to copyright rules of our broadcasting live, we will not be able to bring you that sound. But please stay tuned for that. And Backroads Broadcasting, when that is done, actually has a special little treat that we're going to be providing everybody tonight with a new promotion that we shot, letting you get to know the team. So please stay tuned. Whether you can hear the sound or not, we will go ahead and have video for the dance. Welcome everybody back. That was the Rock Creek Band, and now a special treat for you. We're going to show you our brand new promo video of meeting the team for the Backroads Broadcasting.
Let's see, number 12 there rushing for 1,200 yards. He's going to be their leading rusher. Testing. 1, 2, 1. Hey, close the door. What are you boarding a bar and the air's on? Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Cody, a little help here?
Judd, you ready to go live?
Yeah. You gotta seal the end off. You want to hit the corner and get it up to the sideline and get it all the way into the end zone. We're good.
Alrighty, man. I'll see you later. 6:59, right on time. All right, quarterback, who'd you get? He's pretty good? Okay, gotcha. Mustangs in shotgun formation. Trips right, man in motion left. Judd, you want to take this? I gotta use the bathroom. Running back, 14, okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school football. Breaking away 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Mustangs! And a big third down stop for the Mustangs. Judd, what was the key to that stop?
That Sam linebacker came into that hole strong.
Defense is good. Thanks, Judd. Fourth down coming up.
Hey Cody, you ready to go live?
Live, like right now, go live?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yep. We're good.
Hey Cody, there's no power up off.
I'm on it.
Hey Cody, there's no audio in Judd's headset.
I'm on it.
Hey Cody, the broadcast went down.
I'm on it.
Hey Cody, we lost the feed from up top.
I'm on it. Awesome. All set up, 45 minutes to go. 6:58, time to go live. Go live. Go. Okay.
Hey Cody, can you turn my mic up? Hey, Cody. Hey. Cody. Hey. Cody.
What?
Can you turn my mic up?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school football. Third quarter action, about 2 minutes away, but we'll recap some of the first half stats here.
Yeah, so the score 26-6 here at halftime. St. Mary's Bears will get the ball to start the second half, but in that first half, regardless of the score, most of the stats are pretty close. Mustangs had 13 first downs versus 14 for the St. Mary's Bears. Mustangs had 15 rushes for 88 yards. St. Mary's 18 rushes for 82 yards. Rock Creek had 14 passes, 10 completions versus 7 completions on 12 attempts and 1 interception. Actually, I believe there were 2 interceptions there. And total yardage from plays, Mustangs right now have 29 plays for 251 yards versus the St. Mary Bears 31 plays for 150 yards. Again, St. Mary's with the 2 interceptions. Interception by Trevor Christensen right on about the 2-yard line for the Mustangs. And then Welfringer with the pick 6. So Mustangs 3 for 5 on third down conversions. St. Mary's 3 for 7. Mustangs 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions. St. Mary's 1 for 2. Mustangs had 3 penalties that were registered for 25 yards. So that's much better so far than last week, as well as winning a turnover battle. Mustangs had 4 turnovers in last week's game so far tonight. They put the ball on the ground once, but managed to get it back. So good job there for the Mustangs. Creating turnovers and protecting the ball when they have it.
I think the stat that sticks out to me most is St. Mary's actually had more first downs in that first half.
Yeah, well, they had the ball a lot longer at certain times. I mean, they had a sustained drive. Mustangs had a lot of quick strikes. They didn't pick up as many first downs because when they were picking up yardage, they were picking up 15, 25 yards here and there, so they weren't getting into very many third and fourth downs. And that was the key thing. They stayed out of third down a couple of times less than the Bears. So, really, the pick 6 probably the biggest play right now. Not to mention the fact, both the interceptions, Christensen with the interception on a 2-yard line coming out of nowhere, really. As a linebacker, almost playing a free safety and picking that ball off right at the end. They had Griffin or Holes going up the sideline, was pretty well open, and then he just came out of nowhere and took the ball away.
So the Bears will receive to start this third quarter as they look to trim down the lead a little bit. Definitely have some momentum coming into this third quarter after scoring to end the first half. So Mac Lee will get set to kick things away back deep for the Bears. Number 8, Nate Hutley, and number 4, Brendan Griffin. Fresh 12 on the clock. Third quarter action bout underway.
Yeah, big possession right here for the Bears. They want to try to obviously score right away on this and get this lead really kind of cut in half. So big first possession for both teams. Mustangs want to hold them to a 3-and-out or at least get them to punt or turn the ball over on downs.
That'll be fielded by number 24, Holes. And good starting field position for the Bears. They'll take over on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, kind of an odd kick there by Lee, kind of a odd floater to the third line, but obviously didn't want to kick it too deep. We've seen him return it out past that point anyways. So Mustang defense kind of back on their heels a little bit in the last drive by the St. Mary's Bears. They're going to look to come back out and reestablish that line of scrimmage and really keep number 7 Holes in check.
Hutley in motion. Holes will get the call, bounces it outside to his left. He's got room to work with. Crossing the 40 now, still on his feet. Nice run to start off this third quarter by Corleone Holes.
Yeah, that's what they've been trying to do with him the entire first half is get him to that outside edge, let his speed take over. Good job by Rankin there. He got him slowed down just enough for help to come along. Rankin doesn't slow him down. Holes is probably actually going all the way to the end zone on that. So They got to keep an eye on number 7.
Empty backfield now for Hurla. 2 receivers bottom of your screen, 3 far side. Drops back to pass. Fires quickly to Hutley. Hutley's got room to run, and he'll be brought down at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back first downs now for the Bears.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd time they've done that play to Hutley. So they got to know Hutley's first move is basically to his left back inside. He's done it every single time he's got the ball. So really, I mean, you don't want to stay to the outside of him. He's going to come back inside anyways and use a spin move to get away from you. So anybody that's covering Hutley really needs to try to keep basically them on the sideline and stay between him and the ball.
Another empty backfield for Hutley now. 2 receivers either side. Hutley in motion. He'll get the call. Dancing, cuts it back middle. Nice run. He'll get up to the 35-yard line. Call a gain of 5 on the play. Solid opening drive here for the Bears.
Yeah, and spreading the ball around, trying to get it to their playmakers. You know, Hutley and Holes both have basically made some plays. Look to see to get to the outside. Mustangs have kept Gallegos in check right now, but I don't know if they're going to be able to keep him in check for the entire game. Again, he's lined up on the outside. On the top side, Procish is guarding him right now.
Empty backfield again for Hurla. Drops back, looking right, fires for his intended target, number 7, Corleone Holes. That'll be incomplete. 3rd and 5 coming up now for the Bears.
Yeah, kind of rushed that play just a little bit. I think if he'd have waited just another half second, Holes would have been right where he wanted him, would have been able to hit him in stride. Again, you know, it's just part of, you know, second game of the season, kind of getting your timing down. That play will be there later. I think right now the Mustangs, for the most part in the first half, was kind of firing on all cylinders really for the offense. St. Mary's Bears really kind of picked it up in the last drive of the first half and continuing it right here on the first drive of the second.
3rd and 5, ball in the 45. Here's Hurla, pocket collapsing, steps up to the middle. He's going to scramble. Lots of room to run. And a nice scramble there by the quarterback for the Bears, number 10, Brady Hurla. Another first down for the St. Mary's Bears.
Yeah, it's good to be able to run if you're a quarterback. He had nowhere to go. Mustangs brought a blitz. They weren't able to pick it all up, so he had to use his feet and find safety in daylight, and he picked up about 17 yards on that in the first down.
Last stop made by number 7, Ezra Spiller. 9:50 remaining. Empty backfield again for Hurla. Man in motion's Hutley. He'll get it. Can he get outside? Nice play on the outside by number 34, Trevor Christensen of the Mustangs. Trevor Christensen having himself a defensive game here. That's 3 big plays now for the senior.
Yeah, and you know, he picked up some speed in the offseason. He was quick last year, but he's covering some ground tonight, and he's covering it quick. So, again, he kind of come out of nowhere. He sniffed that out, playing linebacker. He probably covered about 25, 30 yards coming across the field, and the 8 yards that Hutley was trying to run to come up. So, again.
And no wasted movement for him, really. Every step is downhill. He's going to meet that ball carrier. Second and 12. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Yeah, false start there by St. Mary's Bears. That'll push them back. I'm going to say false start.
It's my decision. I'm sticking to it.
False start, legal procedure, it all means the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
So that'll be 2nd and 15 now for the Bears. Ball on the 25-yard line. Approaching 4 minutes of possession time for the Bears here, third quarter. Man in motion. Griffin. Hurla. Pocket collapsing. He's still on his feet. Magic Man rolls to his left. Back to his right. Pump fakes. Throws it out of bounds. Nifty scrambling there by Brady Hurla to evade the sack.
Some extracurricular activity happening down there, but we'll see what actually gets called. I know the Mustang sideline wanted a flag, but I never saw one thrown. I'll bring up 3rd and 15. But yeah, good scrambling. I think 3 Mustangs had their hands on him. He still got out of it. And hey, good heads-up play there by a first-year quarterback, just getting the ball out of bounds. He had nowhere to go. Outside of the pocket, so there's no grounding.
Holes joins Hurla in the backfield. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, one far side. Hurla drops back, rolling back to his right, chased by Spiller, and he'll be slung down by McCarn. Nice defensive play by the Mustangs. We're going to have a flag on the play. Curious to what this one will be. Wait for the official ruling here.
I think you're going to get a sideline penalty as well, but I think the original call was probably a roughing the passer, but I think you're going to get a sideline. The late flag, a secondary flag, was thrown over there. Might negate. Of course, my job is to sit here and speculate until we know what's actually happening. So I get paid no bucks to do it, folks.
I think we got a decision here. Would give a shout out to the referee, but I don't have their names here on my stat sheet. That one will go on the Mustangs, so it'll be 3rd and short now for the Bears.
So I guess Hurla was out of bounds when he got slung to the ground and throwing the ball away. So 15-yard penalty, make it about
3rd and yard.
3rd and 3 probably. It's hard to guess from over here.
I know, it's like, yeah. Get those binoculars with you that you brought last week?
I do.
Tell you, this man Judd always prepared up here in the booth.
I'm like somebody's dad.
Inspector Gadget, Inspector Judd over here.
Backpack full of things I may need.
I believe he's going to be a little short there. Yeah, 3rd and 3 here, ball on the 11. 8:09 remaining. 4 minutes of possession time here for the Bears. Strong drive here, 3rd quarter.
Well, that was the longest decision making I've ever seen. 3rd and 3.
One receiver at the bottom of your screen, that's Gallegos. Sends him in motion. Give us the holes. We're going to have another flag on the play. It's the Oprah Winfrey show for flags over here. You get one, and you get one as well.
You get a flag. You get a flag. You get a flag. And what color is that flag?
Yellow.
Yellow.
I believe.
Which reminds us, should have brought up our
Question?
second
Oh, we have another
Bandit
question we do.
rain teaser.
Thanks for reminding me there, Judd. While it'll be a
False.
false start on the Bears. So the second brain teaser for you this evening. Who was the first self-proclaimed state champion in Kansas
Football.
in football? $7:56 remaining here, 3rd quarter. Ball in the 14. 4th and short for the Bears. Big 4th down for both teams. We're going to have another official timeout here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 2 penalties being assessed there. One was a false start on St. Mary's, and I believe the other was an unsportsmanlike conduct that they signaled against the Mustangs that somehow ends up being a 2-yard penalty. I don't know. My math stinks, but I don't know how anything that's in
I mean, don't
sequences
ask.
of 10 and 5 equal. a
You're
3.
looking at a guy that mixed up 8 and 6 in the span of a week. So I would go with your judgment on that. 4th and 5 coming up for the Bears. Ball on the 14-yard line. Gallegos in motion. It'll be a keeper for Hurla. Rolls to his right. And he'll be shoved out of bounds by Spiller. Good play there by Ezra Spiller on the stop. Mustangs take over.
Yeah, and a good job there. Once out of bounds, Mustangs just let go. Didn't carry on the play. I think the play was getting a little bit chippy out there, so officials trying to take back control of it. But good stop by the defense. Stopped the Bears from doing what they wanted to do, which was coming out in their first drive and putting points on the board. Now Mustangs need to answer. They don't necessarily need to put points on the board, but they could sure use up, take 5 or 6 minutes off that clock and moving the ball about 60, 70 yards, put it back on St. Mary's side of the field.
Stacked receivers, bottom of your screen. Bell back in the game, far receiver. Top of your screen. High snap for Lee. Give us to Becker. He'll fall forward for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so again, that high snap just throws the timing off just a little bit. You hit that snap right in the chest, so you can do that quick handoff. Becker maybe picks up another yard, even 2 on that carry. So you don't think about little things like that, but when that disruption is out there, it throws you off a half a second here, a second there, allows that defense to get further in, push a little bit harder. So get those snaps back in that waist and that chest, hit Mac right where he wants it.
Option now, pitches to Becker. Nice hit by number 11 for the Bears. That is Mekhi Ketter on the stop. Back-to-back stops for Ketter of the Bears. 3rd and 8 now for the Mustangs. 6:20 remaining to play.
Yeah, kind of an unusual play for the Mustangs, running an option there on the 2nd and about 8, deep in St. Mary's territory. You think they'd be trying to get the ball downfield just a little bit more. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 here.
2 receivers either side. Sends Becker in motion. Empty backfield now for Lee. Lee drops back to pass. Fires to the sideline for Craneville. That'll be caught. Be a 4th and short now for the Mustangs.
Nope, I think he's got it.
He's got it?
I think he's got it.
Got it, yeah.
It's hard to see where they spotted it on that near sideline, but I was trying to look to see if he was beyond the.
Got our nice monitor away here. I could see. Shout out to our broadcast team.
Bringing us more toys.
That's right. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball and 26 now for the Mustangs. 5:45 remaining here, 3rd quarter. 3 receivers, far side, Venduska in motion. He'll get the call outside on the sweep. Venduska breaks 1 tackle, falling forward. Nice run there by Dagan Venduska. Called a gain of 7 on the play. Number 42, Zach Bush on the stop for the Bears.
I know Dagan Venduska is not the size his brother was, but there's something about when he's running, he just looks bigger and scarier as he's running. Like, you don't want to get in front of him when he's got a full head of steam going, and he certainly did on that one. So he's hard to bring down once he has that full head of steam going.
Lee drops back to pass, pocket collapsing. Still on his feet. He'll have the 1st down and more. Shoved out just shy of the 50-yard line. And from our official Judd up here in the booth, he's calling that holding.
I call that a holding. That's coming back. That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 12. I believe that's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Judge Judd up here in the booth. There we go. It's true. So that'll be 2nd and
We'll call 11.
11 or 12.
Yep. And remember, that's a rule change this year. Our offensive penalty is from the line of scrimmage, not the spot of the foul, so that actually probably saved 3 or 4 yards for the Mustangs.
Here's Lee gets the call from the sideline. Stacked receivers either side. Joined in the backfield by Becker. Give us to Becker, and he's met by a host of Bears. Initially stopped by number 62 of the Bears. That is Atticus Martin on the stop. We'll say it is nice when I call a defensive stop and then I wait in anticipation for Dr. Bernhardy over there just to confirm.
Yeah, so here we are again, 3rd and 13 after a two-yard loss on that play. Another long 3rd down conversion for the Mustangs right here.
And a big drive here. They're really eating off the clock here. They took over possession about 8 minutes left and approaching on 5 minutes possession time. Mac Lee drops back to pass, fires over the middle. That's caught by Cranebill, makes one man miss, bounces it outside. Cranebill out of bounds past the 50-yard line. First down for the Mustangs.
Good for a Mustang.
First down. Here we go.
I thought he made it a little bit further. I'm not sure about that spot. He must have stepped out before I thought he did.
Ball on the 49, 3:36 remaining, 26-6 your score. Stacked receivers bottom of your screen. And Mac Lee on the quarterback keeper. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And, we talked about it a little bit last week that, we saw a lot of dual threat players that play offense, playing defense as well. But now we're seeing the dual threat QB, I should really say triple threat QB of Mac Lee this evening.
Having him as a kicker as well. But, yeah, I think they kind of went back to their bread and butter of what they were doing in the first quarter, really, is letting Mac Lee beat him with both the legs. And, again, just leaving the ball too far to the outside. But, again, that ball is going to be there later on. They've just missed it about 3 or 4 times, but he's putting it where you want to put it. You want to put it on the outside shoulder where the defender has no chance of getting it. The only problem with that play is that Christensen had his man beat. He could have dropped that right over the inside shoulder and it would have been a touchdown. But,
yeah, I think that was a straight go route for Christensen there. I would have seen him like to move a little bit towards the middle there, so give Mac Lee a better chance of completing that pass, but nonetheless, great route by Christensen.
Well, and the corners are doing what you teach them to do as defense. Use that sideline as another defender, pushing them out and getting them to the outside edge. Cranebill coming back across the middle.
Ooh. Nice hit on the play by number 2 for the Bears, JoJo McCann. He said, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again."
Yeah, that
JoJo
was
McCann laying the hit stick.
That was apparently got no forward progress on that. I said that was a lot of running for a 1-yard gain, but apparently they're going to spot the ball where he came down, not where he actually got to. So that was a lot of running for no gain.
4th and 4 now for the Mustangs. Ball on the 44-yard line. 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. It's the play call from the sideline. And we're going to have
timeout by St. Mary's right before the snap went off. They did not like a matchup they saw. Boy, they barely got that timeout in before that. I thought maybe for a second the play clock had run out, and then I saw the signal for St. Mary's there on their timeout. So Mustangs must have had a mismatch that they really wanted.
This timeout is brought to you by Farmers State Bank, your full-service bank with over 100 years of community banking service. Founded in 1898 in Westmoreland with branch locations in Onega and Manhattan. Farmers State Bank provides a variety of personal business services, including checking, savings, and IRA accounts. Students can earn cash for good grades with their Books and Bucks checking account. To learn more, visit any of the 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Shout out to Farmers State Bank. I use them as my bank.
I ate supper tonight provided by them.
And got a little extra time on this timeout. Time for another Bandit Brain Teaser. And this one is, what year was St. George founded? Is it A, 1900, B, 1800, C, 1857, or D, 1880? Leave your answer in the comment section below. I think I know the answer.
I do, and in case you didn't answer before, the self-proclaimed state champion was Beloit in 1902. It was prior to the media making a decision and prior to any of the different divisions that we currently have with the 6-5-4, 3-2-1, 8-man Division 1 and 2, and 6-man football.
Empty backfield for Lee, 2 receivers either side. Drops back to pass, fires over to his left at the sticks. That's caught by Trevor Christensen, and that'll be enough for the first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it was a good design play. A lot of confusion up there. They came with the blitz. I actually thought they had him in the backfield for a second, but good job by Lee just standing in there, and good job by Christian just getting past the first down, picking up a few extra yards, just sitting in that soft zone, waiting for the ball. Got the pass, Mustang first down. Now using close to 6 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. Long sustained drive, killing time.
Mendeska, the motion man, he'll get the call and breaks 2 tackles. Will be brought down right at about the line of scrimmage.
Hey, good job getting back to that line of scrimmage. He was hit about 4 yards deep. I thought he was down 4 yards, but again, Mendeska, a hard runner once he gets that ball, wanted to get back to at least the line of scrimmage and did.
And one thing we've seen about this Rock Creek offense tonight, we've kind of seen them turn back the hands of the clock. This is the offense we are used to seeing. We saw it a lot last year. They had the big play capability this evening, but they're also mixing it up with mid-range routes and really playing well on the offensive end. Becker, the motion man. Mac Lee on the quarterback keeper. Nice hard run there by Mac Lee. We'll see if he has enough for the first down. Call a gain of 8 on the play.
Well, and I think the one thing you're seeing with this particular team, especially tonight, that we didn't see as much of last year is, it was a lot of Whitworth to Burgess, Winans for 10, Winans for 20, Whitworth to Burgess. You didn't see a lot of secondary receivers. Sturdy was in a little bit here, Craneville was in a little bit here, Mendeska was in a little bit here, but, Ethan Burgess was the primary target. Well, tonight you've seen Craneville get some action, you've seen Mendeska get some action, you've seen Christensen get some action. So we're spreading the ball around more this year, and that's good.
And we're going to flag on the play. But Lee will be sacked on the play. Play is made by number 58 and 62 of the Bears. That's Cody Moylan and Atticus Martin on the stop.
Generally, that's going to be a holding call. Bears came with a blitz. Just didn't have enough people, and I think tried to hold them up just a little bit. So tough call there by the coaches. Either going to be a 3rd and 6 or a 2nd and 12. Or 4th and 6. Sorry, I didn't realize that was 3rd down. So yeah, 4th and 6 or a 3rd and 12. They opted to go with the 4th and 6.
8.8 seconds remaining here, third quarter, 4th and 1 now for the Mustangs.
And we're going to have another meeting of the minds.
Hey, man, what are you doing after the game tonight? That's probably sure what's going on. I'm telling you right now, we got to stop by Darris. They got the best snacks.
Go on inside, get their canned goods, fresh fruit or pastries. Powerball's at 500.
Ooh, there we go. Need that.
We do not endorse gambling.
That's right. Backroads Broadcasting. It's not endorse. I got to have that.
Disclaimer.
It's like, yeah, disclaimer
It's
that
going to let time run out. That's going to be your third quarter.
reads it super fast at the end of the commercial. End of 3, 26-6, your score. Fourth quarter action coming up here on Backroads Broadcasting.
Just to remind you, Backroads Broadcasting is working harder than ever to bring you the action home to you. If you're looking for a live broadcast of your future event or interested in being a sponsor, contact and give us a shout out at Coda Liming at brbc.live. If you enjoy our free production and would like to help, you can always donate to the stream with Cash App at $BRBCL or Venmo at BRBCL. Just want to thank you all for joining in and listening to us. And if you have a chance, let us know where you're listening from.
And the answer to the Bandit Brain Teaser, what year was St. George founded? It is 1857.
I see Ashley Cunningham over there with an 1857. Don't know if she was first.
I believe that was C on the board, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So we got an 1857 from Ashley, C by A.J. Mills. Just for the record, Ashley Cunningham should know the answer to that.
Is she a fellow St. Georgian?
She is a St. Georgian and the president of the community enrichment team, so she better know that town as good as anybody.
I knew it. I was born and raised there, but my instincts were about to say 1800, but I thought that was a little too far back. So,
yep.
But went with my gut instinct, and then I got that one. Not because I got the answer right here on my computer screen, but
I am not a native of St. George, but I am currently living there and have been there for 12 years. And if I remember right, I believe that is the official naming of St. George and actually the second location of the city of St. George. I'm a little foggy on the history, but I believe they actually moved the city and named it St. George in 1857 once it was along the railroad.
Fresh 12 to play, 4th and 6 now for the Mustangs, ball on the 35-yard line. Mac Lee drops back to pass, pocket collapsing, steps up, he's going to scramble, rolls back to his right, still on his feet. Nice, nifty scrambling there by Mac Lee.
That's a dagger for St. Mary's Bears. 4th and 6. You have him in a scramble, and he scrambles and rattles off about a 15-yard pickup. Good job by Mac Lee. Feeling that pocket collapse, letting his legs do the job. Yeah, clock still running, stayed in bounds on a run play, picking up 1st and 10 from about the 21-yard line.
Fresh first for the Mustangs, ball on 21-yard line. Give is to Becker. Becker's got room up the middle. Nice run there by Drew Becker, and I believe he's going to have enough for another first down. So back-to-back first downs here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he picked up about 12 yards there. Good to see Drew running so hard. Becker's had a little bit of struggle getting going, but that was a good hard run, 12-yard run. Like to see him protect that ball just a little bit more, especially at this stage of the game. The Bears are going to be trying to strip that ball out. Becker has had a little bit of trouble with fumbles last week and put one on the ground earlier tonight. But
he'll get the call again. Pile up, pushes the pile. Be short of the first or the goal line, excuse me. We have a flag on the play.
I'm not sure how a penalty happens in the middle of a 22-man scrum, but let's find out what the call is going to be.
And while we have a break in the action, another Bandit Brain Teaser coming at you. This one, what year was Westmoreland founded? Answers on screen now. Is it A, 1905, B, 1871, C, 1857, or D, 1880? Leave your answers in the comment section below. Tricky, tricky, tricky.
Aiden the runner. That is not allowed at the high school level.
You can't push the pile anymore?
Cannot push the pile. So apparently that's what happens in a 22-man scrum is if the guys in the back are pushing.
Ah.
So, but if that happens at the spot of the foul, I guess they'll have 1st and 10 again from the 10-yard line.
Stacked receivers either side. Give is to Becker. Bounces it outside. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. Call out of a gain of 1. 2nd and 7 now for the Mustangs.
So I wonder if they're starting to get to be a little bit of dew or something on the field. We've seen some players really starting to slip a lot more here than we have in the past. It has been awfully dry most of the fall, but we are starting to get cooler temperatures and humidity levels coming down. So, maybe they just need longer cleats or something. I don't know. But yeah, multiple times we've seen Hurlis slip and slide while he was trying to run, and a couple times Becker's lost his footing as well.
9:50 remaining, 26-6 your score. Ball on the 9-yard line for the Mustangs. Mac Lee joined by Becker in the backfield. Have official whistle on the here, and there'll be a timeout for the Bears. And the answer to the Bandit brain teaser, what year was Westmoreland founded? That will be, drum roll please, B, 1871. B, 1871.
That was my favorite year as a vampire.
But
1871. I am not familiar with that, but I'm going to assume if anybody from Westmoreland is listening in, that was probably due to the Oregon Trail coming through.
That's right. I think you're right.
I do know there have multiple historical markers there for the Oregon Trail.
If you're here at the ball game this evening, School Creek Scoops handing out some delicious ice cream this evening.
And just for the record, this is our mascot here. That is Bandit.
Bandit, the raccoon.
So those are Bandit's brain teasers.
Stay on the lookout for Bandit. He will be everywhere.
You'll always see Bandit on the back roads.
Here's Mac Lee. Fires. Right side. Toss up. His intended target, Cranebill. And that'll be Gallegos on the coverage. Well defended by the Bears.
Yeah, that was definitely a jump ball. And as much as I like seeing that play, I think I'd rather see a jump ball to the left side with probably Rosa or Venduskas being guarded by somebody that's 5'9". Use the advantage of your 6'2", 6'3" receivers against a shorter. Granted, Gallegos is only 5'9" as well, but Cranebill's not, 6 foot?
I think that's right. Somewhere in there. 6'1". Fires for Venduska. He's got some room to work with, and he's in for 6. Second touchdown of the game for Dagan Venduska. First of the fourth quarter for the Mustangs. And we have a flag on the play.
And why wouldn't we?
Refs getting a little trigger happy here, fourth quarter.
I didn't see where the flag was from, but I'm going to be really disappointed if they're going to call that on something like
excessive celebration or.
Well, I'm worried they're going to call holding now in the end. I thought Rose had a great downfield block that allowed Venduska to get in. But it seemed like an awful lot of talk here. Thank you for zooming in there.
Yeah, I think you're right. What did you say? Golden. What was the color of that flag? Golden.
Athletic gold.
Athletic gold. Not to be confused with Olympic gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Correct. Okay.
Or Vegas gold.
Or Vegas gold.
So if you've ever worked for a screen printer and know all the ridiculously number of colors. Yeah. Emporia State is black and Vegas gold, whereas Fort Hays State is black and athletic gold.
Ah. Still both gold, though, right? And
touchdown on sportsmanlike conduct.
Interesting. What is that one?
I don't really know what that signal was. It looked like a running into the kicker signal to me. I told you I got 47 signals, and apparently he found a 48. So those of you who are listening in that are football experts, let me know with the kicking motion on somebody that's not a kicker. I guess it's excessive celebration or something.
Mustangs going for 2 here. Mac Lee rolls to his left, fires. Sliding catch for Christensen. They're going to say incomplete pass. So new score 32-6 here. 9:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Before we get set for kickoff here and see the Bears offense, we have one last brain teaser for you this evening.
All right, Bandit, give it to us.
Drum roll here, folks. How wide is a standard 11-man football field? Is it A, 50 yards, B, 60 yards, C, 55 yards, or D, 53.3 yards? Leave your answer in the comment section below.
I need to break out my calculator. What is that number divided by that number?
So stay tuned for the answer for that one.
Strangely enough, I did not know that answer in yards.
I didn't either.
I knew it in feet.
But one thing we do like to do on the broadcast as well is if you have a word you want us to work into the broadcast this evening, as long as it is family friendly, we will try our best. But I always like to give people a challenge to give a word that's uncommon that you wouldn't really use, like a big word like flabbergasted or.
Yeah, and if we're not familiar with the word, we may ask what it means. Or sometimes we just don't care, and we'll get it worked out.
We'll get it worked out
Yeah.
anyways.
I mean, we can really squeeze Florida into just about anything.
That's right. So Mac Lee set to get
Looks like
things
that.
kicked off here.
Looks like that excessive celebration was assessed on the kickoff as a 15-yard penalty, so we'll be kicking from the 25-yard line, which should give the Bears a really, really good field position. I'd probably kick a hard squibber right up the middle. Do not let Griffin have an opportunity to return this, getting the ball at the 20.
Utley and Griffin back deep for the Bears. Nice kick there by Lee. It will be fielded by Griffin. Takes a bad bounce. Griffin will bounce it out left. Mac Lee almost makes the tackle. And Brendan Griffin dragging a host of Mustangs there to that left side.
Okay, so if I'm a special teams coach, I could tell you when I'm watching game film on Monday, I'm going to laugh at every single person on the kickoff that got beat downfield by the man.
The kicker.
the ball.
I know usually you want them as your last line of
That's
defense,
the
but hey. you know.
Safety defense there is the first man downfield trying to make the tackle. So good job by Mac Lee for hustling down. Bears take over at the 40-yard line.
9:25 remaining here. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Holes will get the call. Bounces it outside left. Called a gain of 2 on the play. Second down coming up for the Bears. Sleuth is a pack of Bears. If you
Sleuth?
did not know. I did not know that.
I don't think I knew that either.
You know, there's been a long history with on the broadcast me trying to figure out what groups of animals are, and I learn something new every broadcast. So
Yeah, I believe that's why I was hired, is because we spent an awful lot
for
of
your
time
knowledge
trying,
and expertise,
yeah,
of course.
trying to figure out what a gaggle of falcons was called last year.
We got 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bears. 9:12 remaining here. Fourth quarter.
Expertise. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And Holes will get the carry again. Burst of speed up the middle. Excuse me, that's Griffin bouncing it outside. One man to beat left.
That is a block.
Cuts it back inside.
That's
Still
not
on
bad.
his feet. Nice run there by Brendan Griffin. We're going to have a flag on the play.
Yep, we're going to have an illegal block in the back there about the 27-yard line. So it's going to be enough for a first down, but still it's going to push him back to, well, that's a 10-yard penalty, push him back to probably about the 37-yard line.
And
It was really unnecessary. The block did nothing to help Griffin on the run other than negate 15 yards of excellent work.
And while the officials are figuring out the spot of the football, the answer to the last Bandit brain teaser, if I get an excellent drum roll from you here, Judd, would be D, 53.3 yards or 160 feet.
160 feet. So that's going to end up being about a 20-yard pickup after the penalty on that.
So tune in to the next broadcast where we have more Bandit brain teasers for you. Bandit, he's got to keep you on your toes
Good
out there.
Good job again by, was it Ashley Cunningham? Jumping on that.
Empty backfield for Hurla. Fires quickly to Hutley. Or, excuse me, that is number 11, Ketter, on the reception.
Vicky Geyer also got 53.3. Her calculator works as well as Google. That's all right.
And Jelena, I agree with you. There are a lot of flags being thrown here.
I always enjoy it when people I know actually answer so I can have fun with them on the air. So thank you both, Ashley and Vicky, for putting up with me.
Hey, someone's got to. No, I'm just kidding.
That's somebody sitting behind us.
2nd and 8 now for the Bears. Griffin in motion. He'll get the call. And nice defensive play by number 54 of the Mustangs. That is Tristan Meyer on the stop. And apparently Vicky did not use her calculator. She asked her husband for the answer.
Why would you admit to that, Vicky? Oh, my gosh. Nobody had to know.
3rd and 10 now for the Bears. Hurla drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Goes to his left. Fires. Intended target Hutley. Broken up by Rankin. Nice play defensively.
Good pressure there by the Mustangs. Sideline wanted a hold call. Looked pretty clean from 53.3 yards away to me.
So 4th and 10 now for the Bears coming up. Big 4th down for both teams. First down keeps the score alive here for the Bears. And turnover on downs. Mustang kind of just coast here. Here's Hurla rolling to his right. Plenty of time to throw. Pressure coming. Keeps rolling. He's going to scramble. Juke move. And he'll be pushed out after the 30-yard line. And we'll wait. I think he's going to be short of the first down marker here.
Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short. Looks like the Mustangs are going to get the ball, turnover on downs.
And let me just scan the field here real quick. No flags seen on the play.
Laundry-free play. Good to see.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs, ball on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what the Mustangs have here, dig deep into the playbook. Get 13 and 26 and 8 on multiple types of running plays. Rosa still in. Wide receiver on the near side. Just out there, he's on camera.
Mackley getting a call from the sideline. Empty backfield. 3 receivers far side. 1 receiver at the bottom of your screen. That's Rosa. Mackley on the quarterback keeper. Bounces it outside to his right. Breakaway speed for Mackley. He crosses midfield. Mackley getting it done through the air and on the ground tonight. Big game for the quarterback, Mackley.
Yeah, it was about a 22-yard pickup there by Lee. I believe that's somewhere around his 13th carry of the game. So Mustangs struggled running the ball last week and really kind of found multiple people to carry that load and kind of distribute it this week. So
here are some final scores from in and around the state of Kansas. Garden City 70, Wichita North 15.
Ooh.
Linden 62, Harrington 0. Marmaton Valley 74, Yates Center 0. Ellsworth 62, Rep County 6. Chanute 27, Pittsburgh 8. Waverly 45, Altoona Midway 0. Clifton Clyde 56, Blue Valley Randolph 0. Collegiate 60, El Dorado 7. Eudora 55, Bonner Springs 8.
it was a good hard run there by Becker. 6 yards on the pickup. covered the ball up there at the end. Knows the Bears are going to be trying to strip it. Did I hear a Marmot Valley?
Yes. Now you got me second guessing here.
Nice.
Hold
Marmot.
Wait.
I have never.
Marmaton Valley.
Marmaton Valley.
I
am not familiar with that.
I am not. Oh.
Nearly picked off.
Third down coming up for the Mustangs. We do have a Bear down on the field.
So we haven't talked about the Chiefs game enough last night.
I think we have touched it on plenty. Not a lot to talk about. I mean, just an honest Chiefs fan here. I'm 25. I've been Chiefs fan 25 years, and but experienced a lot of home openers. And I'm gonna be honest, that was disappointing. So, just to say the least. I mean, it came down to our wide receiver could have played defensive back, and we probably could have won the game anyways. That missed pass for a pick six was basically the game. I'm happy for the Detroit Lions. They're turning it around. Their head coach is really something out there. So, any given Sunday is the term for NFL. So, we'll see. In other news, K-State taking on Troy tomorrow before they head into the SEC Challenge to play Missouri and then Big 12 play. But I got to say something. We Kansas players showing up and showing out. Colorado, Dylan Edwards, Avery Johnson coming in, throwing for a touchdown, running for a touchdown in the win over Missouri State last weekend. So future's bright.
Yeah, I mean it was it's SEMO, Southeast Missouri, and it's I believe a FCS school, but still to have a true freshman come in, Avery Johnson. I mean, man, the guy looked just comfortable. Confidence in his play and confidence in the guys around him, and the play calling that they did for him was should take notice. It could be scary amongst the Big 12 when you've got a pure pocket passer like Howard, and then you got Avery Johnson come in and is already that dual threat.
Yep.
He looks to me like he put on about 15, 20 pounds from high school last year. So, yeah, it looked really, really good for K-State last week.
Empty backfield for Lee, and he'll get the call from the sideline. Shout out to Jelena. Walmego 49, Marysville 0. Your updated score there. Mac Lee fires to Drew Becker for the screen. And he'll be out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. I think he has enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was a good hard run. I don't know who the Bear was on the tackle, but he kind of paid a price there for it.
And here are some more scores from in and around the state of Kansas. Hillsboro 35, Nickerson 0, Andale 64, Rose Hill 13, McLeod 26, Horton 6, Wellsville 35, Iola 6, Sabetha 24, Holden 8, A&A 60, Cedar Val Dexter 14.
Yeah, Holton, another tough week for them. It sounded like I knew when I saw who they were playing, it was going to be another tough week for them. So, going to be a struggle for Holton to get back to that 3A championship. We talked about Brooks Barta, and I'm sure his desire that he'd absolutely love to try to break Andale's record. And I don't think this year is going to be the year they get back to do it. Holton's kind of in a rebuild, but as funny as it is to say, hats off to Rose Hill putting up 13 against Andale.
Yeah.
There's first points that have been scored against them since the first round of last year's playoffs.
That's crazy. They're playing like Madden franchise mode is what it seems.
Yeah,
like, really.
It's ridiculous video game type stats and numbers.
Mac Lee drops back to pass, fires to his left. Just out of the hands of Enduska. Kyler Holes there on the coverage. Since we want to talk about the Chiefs, that reminiscent of a Chiefs receiver last night.
Yeah, that
no shade to Enduska whatsoever, but
nope. I'm sure if you ask him, he'd say he should have had that ball. Hit him in a bad spot. It's I used to say when I played, right in my hands.
Oh man.
Yeah, back to Andale. We talk about them in 3A, and everybody's going through Andale. I believe Coach Schmidt down there now is 71 or 72-2 in his 6 years.
That's insane.
56 straight games. Has not lost a regular season game ever. Their 2 losses came in sub-state of his first year and the final of his second year.
Becker will get the call up the middle, and I believe he'll have enough for the first down. A.J. Mills saying, Clay Center is the team to watch in the NCKL. There it is, Judd. That's the league that Rock Creek will be joining next year. The NCKL league with Wamego, Clay Center, Concordia, Hiawatha, teams of that nature. Agreed, A.J. Mills. They looked good first week football. I'm not for sure the score of their game this week, but multiple sports at that school doing well. I believe runners up for baseball made an appearance at the state tournament this year, and years before that as well. So definitely a team to watch here in the NCKL coming up. 3:30 remaining here, fourth quarter. 4th and 1 for the Mustangs. Becker will get the call again. Nice play by number 11 for the Bears, Ketter. .330 remaining here, fourth quarter. Bears take over on downs, forced in 10, ball on the 28-yard line. One receiver at the bottom of your screen. That's Hutley. Hurla rolling to his left, looking, fires. That'll be caught at the sideline by number 23 of the Bears. That is Zach Summers.
So some other players getting in on the action here. This game is.
And shout out to Jelena again. Final score, Clay Center 61, Chapman 0. Hurla, hand off to Holes up to the left side. Nice run. Call it a gain of 6 on the play.
Yep, Natalie Young on YouTube. That's my personal favorite group, the Murder of Crows.
Is that really what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Wow. You know, I need to write these down because every year I say I'm going to remember them, and then I forget.
And, of course, me being me probably has something ridiculously saved to go look stuff up like this.
3:14 remaining. 2nd and 4. Hurla rolling to his right, pressure coming. Fires for his intended target. That's number 23 on the sideline, Summers.
Like we got a hanky on the field.
And I think this one might be coming back for the Bears.
Holding. And again, it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. So I'll have a conversation with Dr. Bernheide after the game to let him know of that rule change. Normally that is a spot foul, but new rule change here with high school football that is now from the line of scrimmage. So
Be about 2nd and 12 now for the Bears. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Holes joins Hurla in the backfield. He'll get the call to the left side, and he'll be stopped by number 30, Cade Welfringer.
what a great play there. It's a great fake. Welfinger didn't buy it. Tough open field tackle behind the line of scrimmage on a really solid runner.
2:45 remaining here. 3rd and 1 now for the Bears. Ball on the 38-yard line. Empty backfield for Hurla. Rolls to his right. Looking. Plenty of time to throw. And he'll throw this one out of bounds. Pressure the Mustang defense. Be 4th and 15 coming up now for the Bears. A bale of turtles.
Bale of turtles.
Bale of turtles. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me just get a new.
I'm still stunned by the sleuth of bears. It's the first time I ever heard that.
I'm gonna do a new note on my iPhone here.
I like
Sleuth of bears.
I like my bears stuffed and fluffy.
Murder of crows.
There you go, Natalie.
And pass is complete. Oh, off the hands of Hutley. Thought he came down with it. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Bears and a bale of turtles.
32-6, 2 minutes 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mustangs get the ball on turnover downs. Looks like the starting group is coming back out for the last 2 minutes.
Some more scores from in and around the state of Kansas. Humboldt 28, Caney 8, Chase County 50, Crest 0, Valley Center 14, Goddard 6, Wamego 49, Marysville 0, Marion 19, Sterling 0, South Sumner 66, Norwich 18, Clay Center 61, Chapman 0, Washburn Rural 28, DeSoto 14.
Wow. Clay Center 61 over Chapman 0. Yeah, Clay Center's not sneaking up on anybody this year. That team is legit. Come out with a big win over Wamego and then absolutely just shut down Chapman like that. Granted, Chapman struggled just a little bit. I think they were 4-4 last year, but 61-0 is an impressive number to put up on anybody regardless of the level of talent you're playing against.
And some more scores. Shout out to scores in Kansas. Lewisburg 35, Paola 20, Wellsville 35, Iola 6, Norton 12, Smith Center 8, Andover Central 24, Mays 21, Jackson Heights 42, Mauer Hill 6, Central Plains 58, Maxville 12, Hutch 50, Newton 7.
So I know it's only week 2, but I'm going to pick 2 possible teams that have any chance of running with Andale, not to beat them, but have a chance to actually play with them and put some points against them. I'm liking the way Clay Center's playing, and Wellsville, I think, is a sleeper over there, too.
And Katie Morse with the score update. Rossville lost their homecoming game. We will try to find a score to that one.
It seems early for homecoming,
It
but
does.
But I guess you only get a couple home games a year. I mean, you got to kind of plan them out. Yeah, we had cheerleader night tonight. Our next broadcast will be October 6th. It'll be homecoming, and then right after that, I think
Senior night.
senior night. So
night,
there's
yeah.
only 4 home games for the Mustangs this year, unless they finish first or second in District 5 and be able to host a first round playoff game. So I worked Fluffy into the broadcast because Natalie Young on YouTube wanted me to work Fluffy in as one of the words.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, so I said I like my bears stuffed and fluffy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll try my best to do that here. Let me try.
Having fun the last 50 seconds of a 32-6 ball game.
Oh, this is going to be hard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, clock ticking down. Just under 40 seconds to play. 3rd and 14 for the Mustangs. Ball on the 38-yard line. Mac Lee hands off to Becker. And I think the Mustangs will line up for one more play. Offense was red hot tonight. Nothing fluffy about it, if I do say so myself. Judge. There we go. Mark that one down.
Way to squeak that in.
I did. Hey, you know.
Yeah, the first half was definitely they looked a lot better in the first quarter and the first half of the second quarter. You know, they had a 26-6 lead at halftime, but 6 of that was on a pick 6 by Welfringer. So offense stalled a little bit in the second half, but you know what? They controlled the ball, they controlled the line of scrimmage, and they controlled the clock and really burnt a lot of clock time, which is unusual for the Rock Creek Mustangs. You know, we've seen them just absolutely fly up and down the field in their time of possession. Even in some of their wins, their time of possession was half of their opponents. So kind of seeing a different style offense this year than we saw last year, and tonight I think it worked for them. I think we talked about it early on last week where they tried to go with last year's playbook maybe a little bit too much, and the team wasn't quite ready for it. Found some different plays this week, a lot of quarterback draws, a lot of quarterback straight runs. got Becker in some straight runs, got Vendeska in some end arounds and some misdirection plays. So it's a good step in the right direction for the Mustangs, moving to 1-1. St. Mary's Bears now dropping to 0-2. Not the start that they were looking for in the season, trying to defend their 1A title, but Kyle Schreck over there is he knows his football. He's going to get this team up and going and ready to play. They have a lot of young talent over there, junior quarterback, junior and sophomore running backs. He's got talent to last for a couple years. So a lot to learn from this game. They'll bounce back and, they'll get some wins this season, and they're going to do some damage once they get into that 1A playoffs.
And a big bounce back game for the Mustangs. And, I guess you could say this, but if history is doomed to repeat itself, Mustangs opened up against Southeast Saline last week, looked a little stale on the offensive defensive ends, come in here, second home game of the week, and put up 32 on a good St. Mary's team.
Yeah, and, they got to get it going because they got 3 straight road games, and they're not going to be easy road games either. They're going to Riley County, they're going to Silver Lake and
Marysville, Clay Center.
Yeah, they got Clay Center on the road as well. That's going to be probably the tough game. And then you're getting into district play, and that really is going to be, in my opinion, probably the game on District 5. Is the winner of that game is the winner of District 5. There's really no doubt about it based off of what we're seeing. Hiawatha has struggled in the past. Maryville's struggling a little bit now. Concordia's down a little bit. So really Clay Center and Rock Creek are the teams to beat out of District 5. So, yeah, big win for the Mustangs, moving to 1-1, finishing this one off with a final of 32-6 against the St. Mary's Bears, the defending 1A state champion, looking to rebound and rebuild. They'll be rolling into next week. For everybody here, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been another edition of Backroads Broadcasting here at The Rock. I want to thank you all our viewers for joining us this evening. Thank you to our sponsors, Faith Furniture, Dare's Corner Market, Farmer State Bank, Liming Productions, Roach Media Group. Without their support, Backroads isn't able to keep these broadcasts free, live, and bringing the action home to you. I want to shout out to the Codys, Cody Lyman for his camera work and video graphics tonight, as well as the Meet the Team that you saw at halftime. Cody Roach for his technical expertise, programming, and production. And a shout out to Mrs. Schmidt and her class of journalism students that joined us in helping the production this evening and running cameras. We had Nate Bortnick, Bailey Martins, and Emma Pettinger. So I am Judd McCormick.
I'm Isaiah Dobbins. Tune in for the next scheduled broadcast on October 6th in a district game against the Hiawatha Redhawks. This will also be Rock Creek's fall homecoming. Thank you again for giving us your time this evening. Let us know what you think. We got to go for now, but we'll BRB.